Hey everybody, how's it going? It's time for our our weekly pre-game check, audio check. How are you guys doing? Make sure you can hear me. I can see my meters going up, so I think you can. As you might have noticed from the thumbnail and the title, we are doing Legacy Night tonight. So I hope you guys are ready for Legacy. Julie said, I'm trying to catch up on Legacy. I have 30 minutes left. Well, as was so aptly pointed out, who was it that called me out on YouTube? It was some call me Tim, said, even if I start watching right now, it'll be the quickest Steve starts a game. So you could probably go watch 30 minutes of it, but get back here before we start. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's probably not too far from the truth. But one thing you're going to notice for tonight's game, the sort of premise and conceit of what we're doing calls for something a little different. So I've only invited 7 players tonight instead of the full lot of 12 we usually play with. And that is because the idea lends itself better to a small group. And I've also only handpicked people who do not have any of the long-term powers unlocked quite yet. So that means all 7 tonight do not have like special powers outside of the script. And we will be getting one of these 7 people a power. Looks like Jeffy is here. Mark's sitting temporarily, but Jeffy will sit for Mark. So yeah, it'll be a little bit different. No spoilers. This is exactly what's going on, but you'll see here in our character list, our demon is, I can duck my head. You see it? Question marks. Because you don't know what the demon's power is. It's just question marks. It's unknown. And if you look at the jinxes, it says between the Auditor, which knows what demon are in play, the Auditor instead will learn the name of the demon. So that's a little clue. The name is just a clue more than anything. So yeah, that's what we got going on tonight. I hope it ends up being as fun as I hope. As I planned. The legacy stuff can be hit or miss with the mechanics. We've had some rough patches with like unbreakable scenarios, and the overall balance has been very good favored, presumably because more good players have special powers. So we'll see what we're doing. Cyblade says bag making takes a lot of time. That is true. Over from the YouTube side, bag making takes a lot of time, especially when you're chatting with chat, letting them redeem their input, talking through. And you know, not all content creators spend as much time bag building and talking with chat as I do, but I feel like that's one of the things that I enjoy of being able to vibe with the community and vibe with you guys and sort of back and forth with it and explain why certain things are being said or having you guys convince me otherwise. And it takes longer than usual, but I do enjoy that time with you guys. And maybe it's a mistake to like not get into it. I know the players would prefer I go faster, so we got to strike that balance between players and viewers. However, what really tends to take the longest is when you do the night and you get someone into a chat and then they want to talk for like 30 seconds to a minute to like have the floor. We're putting on a show, right? So when they have the camera on them and they have the floor and they have the ability to like shine or like talk, they want to talk through it a lot, and that adds up a lot, which makes the content fun and it makes you guys get a little bit more personality from the players. But it ends up with this sort of thing where it takes us 30 minutes to get day one going. I don't think that's going to be the case tonight. That is true. No base outsiders, but you will notice there is a Zon on the script, and you have no idea what's going on with the demon. Also, because I knew, unlike most Clocktower scripts, we have to scale all the way up to 15 players. Since I know I'm designing this script for 7 players, I only put 10 townsfolk on it. A little bit different. All right. Make sure you guys can hear the players.
Yeah, so.
Say hi to chat just for an audio check.
Audio check.
I'm pretty sure they can hear you all.
Uh-oh.
They never hear me. My voice
Thank
is
you
very,
for
very
being
far.
with me on that.
I think they can hear you with somebody had their microphone on mute. They can hear you out the window, Jeffy, just like echoing across the United States right now.
Likely.
Alan says, is there only one game tonight being that so small? With Legacy, we tend to only do one game through the night because the Legacy mechanics tend to take more time. So the plan is for probably one game tonight. If it ends super early for whatever reason, we'll find something else fun to do. There's always a day one re-rec possibility. You can never rule that out. But that just means we get to go to our awesome pings earlier because Mathblade is running post-game awesome pings. So if we end the stream a little early, guess what? You can play with Mathblade on the rest of the server and just get to games before it's like an unreasonable, ungodly hour.
All the awesome, all the pings.
Audio check looks good, so I'm going to send this back to the waiting screen. We'll be back. Oh, yeah, guys, Clocktower fixed itself. Hurrah! Like, I can't believe it. I was stressing. Yay. I was like planning alternate things to do for tonight if the Clocktower app didn't come back up. Luckily, it is. In case you missed the announcement, it ended up being related to the World Cup voting scandal. So they said they went to their database, their app and Shopify app, and they said, delete these 497 customer accounts that are fraudulent. And the Shopify app database, whatever, the filter that they set for who to delete said, okay, and promptly ignored the filter that was set and started deleting every account from their database. And that's why the app was down, because they needed to find a way to restore all of the accounts that were lost. In the end, they were not recoverable. So if you are logging into Clocktower for the first time since it relaunched, you might have to re-register your account. But don't worry, once you make a new account and sign in with the same email address, it'll link up with your existing data and all of your stats and stuff should stay persisted. I believe the only thing that might have been lost is any custom avatar you had uploaded was associated with your account. So you just need to re-upload your image avatars if you had a custom one. But otherwise, we should be good to go. Yeah, I was joking about, like, people talk about vibe coding these days where you just like go to AI and vibe code. This was just like vibe databasing, right? It's like, yeah, delete these suspicious accounts. And it's like, okay. I mean, I don't know if that's really what happened, but I like to imagine vibe databasing is the issue. Blame AI.
My profile picture is still there. Woohoo!
Yeah, mine too. Now they did. Go ahead, Ash.
It sounds like if you do not have access to your old profile picture, like if it's deleted on your side and you don't have access to it anymore, it sounds like you could reach out to them to have them basically restore it for you.
Yeah, so they can find it for you.
In case we don't have it anymore.
If you lost it, whatever.
And they did say also that if, like me, you had to re-register, your join date is the day you re-register, not your old join date.
Sounds like they're trying to fix that, though.
Hopefully they fix that.
For me, that's not a huge deal, but I think maybe for other people that could be important, and I get why.
No, one of the things that they were saying, because it still has my registration from 2023, is if you bought something through the store, they were linked and those stayed. So
yes.
Yeah, so I definitely bought a Grim through them, so my account was safe from the purge.
I just recently bought replacement scripts.
I didn't do anything.
Nathan, you just got lucky.
No, I got the gamble.
Nathan says, which script won the World Cup? So the World Cup, if you haven't heard about what happened, essentially the World Cup semifinals and finals were invalidated due to fraudulent voting. They are replaying the semifinals and replaying the finals. It was supposed to have happened over the weekend. Unfortunately, with the app being down, it did not happen. So we do not know who won the World Cup yet. We do not know who even have won the semifinals yet. The future dates for that are TBD. TPI is still working it out. Unfortunately, when it rains, it pours, and sometimes you have the whole issue caused by the World Cup, and then you're not able to play the follow-up. So stay tuned. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be announced shortly. There's no current date chosen. All right, I'm going to send us back to the starting stream screen, and we're going to get rolling with Legacy Clocktower. If you haven't followed any of the Legacy series, tonight might be a decent onboarding because there won't be in terms of how crazy things have gotten, we're 6 episodes in, and all the changes and the 30 laws you should memorize in order to follow exactly what's been going on. You don't have to worry about any of that tonight. Tonight is a very good entry point at the middle of the series for new viewers, but I do encourage you to go back and check out the Legacy 1, just so you get an idea for what we're doing. All right, we'll be back. We'll be back in just a minute. Stay tuned. Everybody, welcome to Monday Night Clocktower here at the Grim. I am your stream host and storyteller and player torturer for the night, Evil Steve, and I'm joined by 7 amazing acolytes who are here for a little bit of legacy content. Say hi, amazing acolytes.
Hi,
amazing
acolytes.
Hi, amazing acolytes.
So much smaller Grim than we're used to. We pretty much, especially on the Monday night streams, we almost always run 12 players. If we had everyone that signed up on a Monday night play, we'd usually be looking at like 15, 18 people. But paring down to 12 is hard. Paring down to 7 can be even harder. You will notice players, all 7 of you that were chosen for tonight have so far not unlocked one of our MVP powers throughout the course of the event. And that is specifically one of the criteria that I chose for you tonight. I wanted to bring 7 people together that had no powers, and it ups the chances for each one of you to win a power tonight, which I am definitely excited for. Some people have no idea what the hell I'm talking about in terms of Legacy Clocktower. That's great. We're going to get into it in just a minute. I only have one quick announcement, and that is this Friday we are doing a special stream starting at 11 p.m. Pacific, 2 a.m. Eastern, very late. But we are taking part in the Relay Charity Stream Marathon on Saturday, June 28th. It's 24 plus hours of Clocktower content. All the communities are coming together. CT, BOTC, the Grimoire, Jibbo, Alejo, Aerith, Mathblade, Grim Scenarios, BIPOC Tower, Heartflame, Imp in the North, Omnom Zombie, Reznora, and Atreides are coming together, and we're putting 24 hours of content, and we are raising money for the Trans Lifeline. Our goal this year, it is a thing that happens on a yearly basis, I believe. This is the first time the Grim is lucky enough to be able to be a part of it, and it will be taking place throughout the entirety of the 28th of June, this Saturday. So if you're on the West Coast like me, it technically starts on Friday. If you can't make our segment because it's in the middle of the night for you, don't worry, because it'll be recorded, and also you can tune in and catch somebody else because it'll be 24 plus hours of content. So yeah, there will be a donation link update of the goal we're looking to raise as a community is $10,000. I think we can do that between all these cool communities coming together. So shout outs to everyone putting this together. I believe one of the main drivers is Rosanna. Thank you for setting it up, and thank you for inviting us. And I can't wait to be a part of this to close out June. It's going to be a lot of fun. Get out of here, graphic. That's it. That's the only announcement I really have for tonight. I mean, I can sit here and talk about announcements about all kinds of things, but I think most people are here to find out what the hell is going on with Legacy. Well, welcome players and welcome viewers to episode 6 of our Legacy series of Blood in the Clocktower, The Fate of Ravenswood Bluff. If you haven't yet, if you have no idea what's going on, I do recommend you at some point even hit pause now and go do it. Go check out game 1 of our series, available on YouTube as a standalone edited video. It's not required, but it's going to give a little bit more context into our game and story. The idea of this series is a simple one. As we play, the rules evolve and change for future playthroughs. Hang on, I moved the document closer to the camera, so I'm looking at the camera, and now I lost my place. I'm professional. Don't worry about it. These might take the place as changes to the character's abilities, granting special bonuses directly to players, or even modifying the entire game scenario as a whole. We will be continuing our MVP reward for each session, which we alluded to before. This can be for amazing play, fun story moments, dedicated role play, basically anything you decide, because both Twitch and YouTube chat will have a vote at the end of the episode where you can vote for which one of our players gets us a reward, and that power will carry over throughout the rest of the year, because we are doing 12 episodes over the year. So that we're halfway through, they'd last for the rest of the year. So you will note that of these 7 players, no one actually has any of those powers, so we don't have to worry about going over all the special bonus powers people have. But the only real current change to the game as a whole that affects tonight's game is one homebrew character that was added a few months ago as a new Townsfolk character, which is called the Auditor. The Auditor is a Townsfolk which reads, each night learn which demons, if any, are in play. So if the demon, if there's no demon, they learn that. If the demon enters play in the middle of the game, they'll learn what demon type's in play. If the demon type changes for whatever reason, so long as they're alive, they will know exactly what demon you are dealing with, and the best way to, maybe counteract and deal with that. J-Dog says, are laws still in effect? For tonight's episode, there will be no laws in effect, and you'll see why in just a minute. The only other real wrinkle tonight that is not, it's new and it's just for tonight, is you'll notice the demon is just 3 question marks. We don't know what the demon is. It's just the name is 3 question marks. The ability is a single question mark. How mysterious. There is a special jinx in play, though. The jinx is between the Auditor and our demon. And it says if the question mark is in play, the Auditor will instead learn the name of the demon. So whatever demon is in play, the Auditor will learn the name of the demon. Of course, they could just be evil and lying and bluffing what the demon is. It's all in good fun. If you are the question mark demon, I will make sure to come to you on the first night and tell you your power. You will not be in the dark, so to speak. You will know what's going on. but everyone else will be in the dark. The stupid shelf, it's the name of the demon. So the demon, even though it's question marks, it does have a name, it does have a power. The auditor will learn the name of that demon. So if it was a leech, they would learn leech. If it was the imp, they would learn imp. If it was a homebrew demon that they had never seen before, they would learn the name of that homebrew demon. But you learn the name of the character type of the demon. Yeah, learn the demon type. All right. That is true. It does say the name of the demon. I added that jinx at the last minute. It should be the type of demon, or the demon type is a better way to word it. Maybe I'll fix that before I post this anywhere. Any questions about that? Yes, Eric.
Yeah. How does the jinx differ from the auditor's native ability?
Only because normally it really doesn't, I guess. It doesn't really differ from the different ability, right? Because you would always learn the demon's type, the name of the demon type in play. So in this case, if you boil down, I guess there's not really a need for a jinx, right? You're still learning the role of the demon.
I'm guessing the difference is sort of the which demon from the script versus the demon, which you have no idea would even be on the script or something.
I think it's more so just like clarifying jinx that states that you're going to learn that basically clarifies that this demon has a secret identity, has a secret name, and a secret ability that is not known to us, and you will learn the name of that secret demon, basically.
That was the intent, but I think Eric's right? You don't really need to clarify that because they would learn the demon role regardless, but it's more clarifying for you guys than
it's
anything.
Clarifying. It's on a very literal reading. I would just show them question mark, question mark, question mark.
But you are right, though. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You won't learn question mark, question mark, question mark. You will indeed learn imp, leech, whatever the demon actually is. So I guess that's what the only real jinx is.
Secret to the jinx. But I think it's a clarifying jinx, and it serves that purpose rather than an actual rules modification.
You guys are way overthinking this. It was just it was literally there for me to like make it clear, like because someone was gonna ask, what does auditor learn if it's question marks, and I wanted to be clear to you guys and the viewers, everyone watching it. I agree, Shelf. I think I've been convinced it doesn't actually need to be a jinx, but it's there, and we're gonna live with it now. All right. Any other questions before I get rolling on tonight's scenario? Yes, Eric?
Are there ways for the demon to change?
No comment.
Oh, God.
Listen, I can't comment, but if there is a question mark demon in play and there is a role called the Auditor that specifically tells you which demons are in play that can change, I mean, I think it's a good bet that it's possible.
Then you wonder why we overthink.
Oh, I love it. I don't blame you for it.
That's why I asked.
I have a theory of what's going to happen, but I'm probably going to be wrong.
I just love that you just go say, like, why are you overthinking things? By the way, here's like 2,000 things for you to overthink.
We're the talent in this game, Steve. They're going to be overthinking how this secret demon works. Did you not expect us to be picking this apart?
Oh, I did. I love this. I love every minute of it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's not that complicated. Starts thinking of every freaking possibility there could be.
We have to interpret what we would have done.
Yep. All right, let's get going on tonight's scenario. Game 6 scenario. Let's start the story. In just a second, I need to clear my throat and drink a cup of water.
The way he came dangerously close to copying Grim scenarios for a second.
Did I?
This is my 1-year anniversary of watching the streams.
The way you were saying, like, scenario and game scenario, like it was like
like a grim,
like their tagline.
All right, Milk and Emma, don't sue us. So shout outs to Fac, who just had a 1-year anniversary to subscribing. A whole year, Fac. It's already been a year. Woo.
That's a lot of money, damn girl.
Facts tuning in every Monday and hanging out. So I love seeing that. Thanks for being here for that long. That's awesome. And the rest of you, here's to another year, right?
We love your money. I mean, we love you.
We just don't even stop. Just hang out and chat. I'm happy. All right, here we go. It's been years since Ravenswood Bluff saw any real danger. The laws have proven so effective that nobody even bothers to lock their doors these days. Every time undesirable behavior is discovered, it's outlawed swiftly. And the result? A Ravenswood Bluff that's safe for everyone. Outside the city, not so much. People are kicked out for every violation, no matter how major or minor. Refugees line the fields around the town, desperate to get in, and yet stuck waiting for due process. With a harsh winter blowing in, a group of these refugees find themselves descending into a cave in search of warmth. A slight, ominous feeling that lingers around your brain warns you that this place might be home to something even more sinister than you could possibly imagine. And a slight sense of deja vu clouds your mind. And for a moment you wonder, have I been here before? But outside, the storm means certain death. So you all will need to struggle for a way to survive. Our scenario special rule tonight is that the demon type starts unknown. You all will have to collaboratively uncover the secrets of its powers as the game goes on. As far as player special powers, as I said before, tonight's players were specifically selected from those who so far have not acquired any bonus powers. And so there are no special player level powers that we have to worry about tonight. Therefore, I'm going to go build a bag of chat. You guys hang out for just a minute and we're going to send you to sleep. And hopefully it won't take too long.
I love the implication that we were all kicked out of Ravenswood Bluff.
Yeah,
Breaking the law.
Jaywalking.
I do not like the authoritarian nature that Ravenswood Bluff has become.
I didn't know the story was going to go here, but the thing is like every week, the more laws we add, the easier good wins. So, hey, I guess that's where the story goes.
Also,
he makes it sound like we're a town of degenerates currently.
What's that?
Yeah,
Exactly right,
close to
Debbie.
home.
He makes it sound like we're a town of degenerates.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Just to be clear, I mean, if you really want to redeem stuff, that's fine. But a hype train going. Alan Michael just gave out 5 community subs. I didn't start all the special silly whale graphics because I was trying to keep things even killed for Legacy. I do apologize for that. But thank you, Alan Michael, for the gift subs. Joseph, ! Has resubbed. Fact with the 12-month anniversary. What else we got? A lot of follows. Thank you guys for that. Choo all aboard. You will notice, though, I'll let you guys chat. I'm letting you guys in on a little secret tonight. And that is the person that is the demon will actually not know they are the demon. That is one of the demon abilities. The demon itself has a straight up ability. And so I'm going to, when I pass out the bags, I'm going to not let you guys know who the demon is. I want you to try to figure it out. I'm going to put one role in play, and that role is going to be the demon. And so there'll be a little bit of a secret. Kind of like Reverse Lunatic, yeah. Rock and Roll gifting out 2 community subs. Thank you for that. So there'll be a little bit of a puzzle for you guys to figure out as well. So I'm not putting the demon in the bag. And then, spoiler alert, I'm not putting a minion in the bag either. Ooh, what does that mean? Well, it ties into the demon's ability. We can do a sage. We can do a fortune teller, which will be fun because the person won't know that they're the demon. We're putting an auditor into play for sure because I want them to learn the name of the demon. And we'll put a plague doctor. We are going to get one. There will be one outsider in play for reasons, and I'm going to make it a plague doctor. And then we're going to put a village idiot. We can do 2 village idiots, a Shigenja. That's it. That's our bag. Kazali, maybe. Imagine a Kazali that is not somehow not realizing they are the Kazali. It's possible. All right. I'm going to pass. No. I'm gonna let you guys in on the same thing. So when I go to the auditor, I want you guys to know as well, because I think it's fun if chat knows the name. I'm gonna pass these out. Also, first time chatter, Prof Jor says, interactive chat tower, I'm down. Thanks for being first time chatter. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. All right, passing these out. Should be nice. I'm going to make Jeffy the drunk, and I'm going to make Denny Boy be our red herring here. Perfect. Oh, what is the auditor icon? So I took sort of a candelabra, like a wall lamp that has two candles coming out of it, and I put the clock tower texture on it. I'm very terrible at art, but the idea is like an auditor that stays up all night poring over papers by candlelight. I was going to do like a folder, but getting a folder that looked right in clock tower icons was not great. And I was going to do like a magnifying glass, like they were looking at papers, but that steps on the investigator too much. That's a good question, Miss Boombots. Me Boombots back off. The demon is the person that's the demon is secretly the demon, and they won't actually know it. I'm not putting where it is. I want you guys to try to figure it out along with the players, and we'll see. Smiley face with goth clown makeup. Oh, you guys are shitting on my you guys are definitely shitting on my my work here. I'm not an artist. I did that. This is perfect. Let's go sit on a seat.
I'm glad. How what, Johnny?
Steve, you are muted. If you
I was going to ask Juan something, but I see Steve is back.
Yeah, I'm about to send you guys to sleep. I was just giving you guys a minute to finish up your convo. I'm actually trying to keep it fast. Good night, everyone. Good night, players.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Eric might win this.
Good night.
Yeah,
Eric
I
might totally straight up win this, dude.
He could. Juan, how was visit?
When will I internally select who the demon is? I've already selected it. When I was building the bag, I chose one of these roles to be the demon. So wherever it landed, that's the demon. So I already know who the demon is right now. All right. Okay. If you're an artist and you are capable of making an auditor icon that you think is better, I will gladly pay you for it. I would gladly pay you for it.
It was really bad. So now this time that I've been living here for a while, I was actually able to show them around. So it was a great time.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that.
Thanks.
Hey there, Johnny Ace. You get to play the very classic fortune teller, right? How easy is that?
My most played role is fortune teller.
Is
I love
it?
Fortune teller. I love bluffing fortune teller. I'm a huge fan of it. I think it's great. Also, just want to say, not just us, but everyone involved in that stream, the charity stream. I recommend that everyone please donate what you can. As a trans person myself, having something like that is actually really super important, and being able to support it, especially when other areas that the government may provide are not available anymore. So it would be really great for those of you who can to donate to that stream.
I mean, for sure, like it seems like if you have the capability to dig into your pockets and donate to a good cause, right? Let's show everyone what the Clocktower community is about.
For sure.
Well, you know the drill. Fortune teller gets to pick two players.
Yeah, there's no marionette, so let's just go with my neighbors, Jeffy and Ash.
All right, you check Jeffy and Ash and learn that, yes, one of them is the demon.
Thank you. You have a wonderful rest of night one.
Thank you, Johnny. Ooh, fortune teller, yes, on two players that are not the red herring, chat. It's happening. Hey, Eric.
Hello.
Nice and easy for you, right? You are going to just learn a direction, just a vibes direction. And you're going to learn anti-clockwise.
Anti. Oh, how British of you. Thank you.
I read it from the words of the token, anti-clockwise. I guess it's more Australian than anything.
That's right. I heard the accent. That's right. All right.
All right. Thanks, Eric. Now, here's the rub that I think you guys need to keep in mind. The person who is the demon essentially acts like the drunk. You think you're a role, you're not. So I could lie to that person about what they are and what they aren't. So somebody's getting misinformation. Hey, Juan. You are muted, my friend.
No, I know. The habit of muting myself before moving into the conversation so nobody listens to me. What's up, chat?
You get to play a fan favorite role, a village idiot. How easy is that?
I am just hoping, I truly hope Quinn is a village idiot so we can both do our chant of village idiot again. That's all I'm hoping.
Well, who are you going to check?
I'm going to check Quinn because I'm hoping
Perfect.
Quinn's a village idiot.
Yeah.
And I want to believe.
Yeah. He's got a belief. You check Quinn and you learn good.
Ooh, okay. Things are looking good.
Step 1, confirm that Quinn's good. Step 2, be village idiot buddies.
Let's go.
Good luck. Hey, Jeffy.
Hello, chat. How are you guys tonight?
Chat's doing great. They are having fun watching this unfold. But do me a favor, go ahead and pick a player.
I was really hoping to be like the elusive random demon. I'm hoping that there's some way that you can make me a demon just so we can, toy with this a little bit. But I will go ahead and start with Quinn, please.
Perfect. You pick Quinn and you learn good.
Ooh, Quinn and I are never on the same team. Are you sure it's good?
I can double check. Yeah, definitely good.
Definitely drunk. Sounds good. Thanks.
Enjoy. Jeffy, who is in a fortune teller, yes, who doesn't know that the demon might not be known, wants to be the demon. Interesting. And then this is the fun part. Quinn, the Auditor. First of all, everyone's making fun of me for the icon.
Wait, what's up? I'm sorry, what happened?
Everyone's making fun of me for the Auditor icon because everyone keeps joking that it looks like the clown face or what the heck is it? Can you tell? What is your best guess? What is it?
Okay, I know it's a candelabra.
Fair.
But
okay.
I thought it was titties, Steven.
You thought it was titties?
I thought it was tits. I thought that they were like tits. But also, I am a deep cut homosexual. I've never seen a breast in my life. So
Okay.
this is what I assumed tits to look like. Anyways, let's learn the
Amazing. This is my favorite conversation of the night for sure. But since you are the Auditor, you are going to get to know the name of the demon type that's in play.
I'm excited.
Quinn, the name of the demon is Parasite.
I hate that.
There's a lot of loaded implication on that.
There is so much loaded implication. All right, so night 1. Parasite. That's not how you spell parasite. That's how you spell parasite. Okay. Interesting. Fascinating. Ooh, I'm going to keep this for a day. No, because in case the demon type changes, because that's a thing that can happen, I suppose.
Anything's possible in Legacy Clocktower.
It's Legacy. Who knows? All right. Goodbye, Steve. This has been fun.
Good luck, Quinn.
Bye-bye.
The demon. Maybe we should make a titty demon just to scare all the gay people for Pride Month. Would that be a good way to close out Pride Month? I don't know. So, there is no minion in play for reasons, and there is a demon that is in play. that you guys don't know what it is. You don't know who it is, but somebody is in fact the demon. They don't know it either. And so in this case, all 7 players think they are good. And watching how this plays out is going to be very interesting indeed. There's still plenty more surprises to come, so I hope you guys have fun. Keep the chat going in the chat. Let me know what you guys think's going on, and we'll get going. Oh wait, there's one more tiny lie I have to tell. And that is, I'm going to lie to everyone and say the evil knows their side quest. Evil doesn't know their side quest because no one knows they're evil. But they're going to announce that anyways.
Denny!
I hate fun. You know this.
This is why I always watch the games from the lobby.
Good morning to all of our players. The storm rages above you. Well, before I get started, first of all, good players, tonight your side quest is very easy. You just need to successfully execute the demon. How hard could that be?
That's
concerning.
That's concerning.
Evil players, you have already been informed of your side quest.
That's really concerning because you definitely are putting a leech in at some point in this game, Steve.
Real quick, I gotta get the players back. I'm not ready for you guys to go into private chats just yet. I got a little bit of a spiel for you guys, and then you guys can go off.
Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. The storm rages above you, cold winds chilling you to the bone. As you descend into the ancient catacombs, eternal flames light the candles that dot the wall of this chamber. They flicker against the winds, but do not go out. A chill runs down your spine, a feeling of your mind floating outside your body. You've been here before, perhaps in a dream. It's all clear to you that an ancient evil lurks amongst your group. Find and destroy it before it's too late. 4 minutes.
Sorry, Jeff Eric's been trying to get me in a condo.
No.
Well, I'm going to give 3s to everybody else, but I'm going to tell you I'm a Shigunja pointing away from you.
Beautiful. We should kill him.
So unless you're the
Yeah,
demon,
when do you start the timer?
That's what happens to neighbors of demons. Then I'm going to trust you.
Okay.
Everybody else, I'm just going to throw that in a 3. All right.
I'm going to tell you then that I am the knight, and I know for a certain fact that Denny and Johnny are not the demon.
Denny and Johnny
are not the demon.
Johnny. Cool. All right. Thanks.
Legacy has a little bit of extra story spiel, so I think usually you do whenever go to daytime. That's what people usually count.
No chance.
Guys, 3 out of 5 townsfolk are VIs. I don't think that's true. Oh, it's going to be hard to figure it out.
But see, the thing is, like, if at least but if there's a third VI, we know for a fact that VI is sober.
If there's a third, if there's the third VI, one of us has to be the drunk.
But would Evil Steve put 3 VIs on a 7-player game? It's a 7-player game. It's 5 townsfolk. There's no way, right? There's no way.
All right, I'm metaing this a little bit because this could be part of the legacy issue here. And whatever is going on with this question, what demon? Do you know what I mean?
Actually, death redemptions most likely not. Like, there might be some time for death redemptions, but some of the deaths will be meaningful. Those of you familiar with the Stormlight archives will understand the concept of a death rattle, and so there will be meaningful death hints going on in this game. So as long as I don't interfere with that, I'll use them.
Sure. I will share that I'm definitely the sage.
Yeah, definitely the sage. I'll put you down as a sage.
I'm down.
You said definitely, after all.
I said I'm definitely the sage.
And there's not a
reason
Sarah
I would
on the
lie
script,
about
so it has to be true.
I love this game.
Me too. All right, let's go have fun.
Yep, let's have fun. Let's go find a demon.
Our bonus quest is to kill the demon, but it's more difficult if the demon is jumping every night to a different player.
I get that feeling. That's my theory.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that happening. Do you want to tell me anything about your...
Yeah, I'm going to give you...
Yes, we are, Prof.
Fortune Teller, Exorcist, Shugenja.
I've been reading this Stormlight Archives. Right now I'm on Mistborn Era 2, but when I was starting this, I was definitely reading book 7. So like a lot of that like imagery bled into the stuff I was like coming up with. So we have quite a bit of like things lifted from Stormlight Archives in our Legacy series.
Okay. I have spoken to someone who is a village idiot, and so am I. And we both happen to pick the same person and got opposite results. So one of us, obviously, we know we have to be the drunk. We're just trying to see if there's a third one out there. We don't think so, but it could be part of the legacy play here, like that we're all just kind of village idiots. So I don't know yet.
All right, cool. All right, well, we'll see what we figure out.
Is everyone claiming village idiot?
Because I know I'm good. You know you're like in the world where both of us being truthful to one another. I know that you're good. You know that neither Johnny or Denny are the demon. And Eric is pointing towards me, meaning from Eric, Jeffy, and I.
If I can't use it, Alan, I'll refund it by the end of the stream.
You're painting a world where basically exactly...
Let's kill Jeffy and then let's take it from there.
Welcome back, players. You guys can have the floor, but whenever you guys are ready, we'll go ahead and accept nominations.
You have an auditor who knows what the demon type is? Because that's actually a really good place to start.
Nope.
So no one is or is bluffing Auditor, apparently.
Let's see, we're at base 7, which is 0 outsiders. So I'm almost kind of thinking that there's a Zon because I'm pretty sure I'm drunk.
What makes you say that, Jeffy?
Because I'm a village idiot that got you as good, and you and I are never on the same team, so I have to be drunk or poisoned.
Wait, hold on, Jeffy.
Actually, you're saying really interesting, Jeffy. See what I said?
This is wild. Hold on. Jeffy, you're claiming to be a VI that selected Quinn?
Mm-hmm.
Johnny and I are claiming to be VIs that selected Quinn.
Guys, what's the consensus?
And that actually
me and
let
Jeffy
us know that... Yeah, I'm the drunk one.
Yeah,
So,
me and Jeffy got Quinn as good. And Johnny got evil.
I'm useless.
Okay. Fascinating.
You know what, Quinn? At least you're popular. I'm going to play the popular song for you.
All 3 either VIs or bluffing VIs selected you. That's something.
That is
You are the main character.
I am
blind
VIs.
Do we know of any outsiders
in this moment, or do I not want to relish in this moment?
I think at this point, Quinn, you are as confirmed as it gets. So I feel like based on your and the VI's information combined, we have a target we should be eliminating.
Well, and that's not true at all. I mean, a poisoner or a Zon, like a poisoner hitting any of the village idiots or a Zon. I mean, like,
if you have one of them lying and it's the one that's in consensus, then it could be either way is the result.
And there's also a drunk. There could also be there could be a Zon and a drunk.
Well, and you know what's hilarious is that's not the only ping that Quinn is in from night 1. So
how much I know.
That is true.
What is the other thing that I'm in? I'm so curious to know that.
Don't say Jeffy. If you don't
I'm not going to.
Okay. I do have to know immediately right now because it's actually super crucial information. Is this a librarian or a night ping?
I will not confirm nor deny anything.
If it's a librarian ping and I'm being seen as the drunk, that is super useful information. If it's a knight, then I'm gonna double claim.
Fascinating, interesting.
Juan?
This is a nomination hand, if they are open.
They are.
Juan would like to not profusely apologize because there's no rules. Substitutes from Ravenswood Bluff and nominate Quinn.
Juan nominates Quinn. Tell us why, Juan.
So there's 2 worlds. There's a world where someone, either Jeffy or Johnny, most likely Jeffy, because Jeffy's claiming to be the one that's another one that saw Quinn as good, or me, is trying to make Quinn look good so that we can triangulate Quinn's information. But Quinn's information is one and done, so we should just kill Quinn so that if people don't trust that Quinn is good, let's get rid of Quinn. If we end with Quinn, then we can begin building worlds where Quinn's information can be paired with the rest of us. So I feel like we should just dispose of Quinn for the purposes of validating Quinn's information going forward.
Quinn, your defense?
There is a Shugenja pointing away from me. There are no roles that benefit, at least to my knowledge on this script, I could be reading this wrong, that directly benefit from executing good players. We should be endeavoring to execute players with legitimate evil suspicion on them. Those players, to my knowledge, are more likely Juan and Jeffy, who I understand have seen me as a good player. This being said, that means jack fucking shit, especially coming from either of them. So I will be making a counter nomination against Juan because I honestly feel like that seems to be the most likely outcome at this point. Yeah.
4 is the number. Thank you, chat, for covering questions for me while I'm running. But yes, normally you should have 1 minion, 1 demon.
VIs on this Grim right now.
4 is enough. Quinn's
That
on the
told me
block.
everything I needed to know.
Quinn counter noms. Juan, tell us why.
I am not the knight. I have lied because I am actually a recurring information role. I am the Auditor. The demon in play is called the Parasite.
Oh God.
My initial instinct
Oh
is
no.
that the Parasite does not know that they are the Parasite. That is why I think this is a small game. That is my initial instinct. I think I would not put it beyond Steve to make it so that I am my own Parasite and I am receiving true information. That is my instinct right now.
Juan, how do you defend against that?
Okay. The thing is, I don't know enough about Evil Steve's homebrew demons to know whether Parasite will be something Evil Steve will come up with or not. I think Quinn loves movies enough where probably Quinn can make stuff up of Parasite, and that's probably the only movie I know. If this is a situation where I could be the demon without knowing it, and I would lose because of that, I would rather not die because I don't want to lose to. I don't want to make my own evil team lose if I don't know I'm the demon. But if this is a leech situation where me getting killed wins it for good, kill me.
5's the number.
Pertinent information.
I have an idea of what the Parasite is.
Way more interesting and way more on brand than Parasite, because nothing that Steve has said is honestly indicative of Parasite.
6 is enough.
Well, I think what the Parasite does is they pick a person and they suck out and they get to use their ability. Every night they can pick someone else because they're parasitic off of them. That's my guess right now.
Denny Boy nominates Ash.
Denny Boy nominates Ash. Tell us why, Denny Boy.
Ash just voted on day 1. What?
Right.
What? I have seen Ash vote on day 1 once before, and it was to get an evil player off the block.
My God.
Ash, your defense? It's fun
feel
watching
like
them turn
you
on
should
each other.
understand why I voted. I was given good
This is so fun.
information that felt more pertinent to deal with.
No, Ash, you're the sage, remember?
Pertinent.
Not my info.
Pertinent. Ash did win the challenge game, so Ash needs to be nominated. But unfortunately, it will take every single person voting, including Ash, to put her up on the block. Otherwise, it'd be a tie. So I'm really not opposed to this, but I was the only one that didn't vote on the list.
It'll take 7 if you'd like to move to Ash. That's everyone.
I am putting my minion on the block then. I will happily put my minion on the block if she's willing.
God.
2's not enough.
So let's think here. If the Parasite is real, then the minion knows who the demon is, but the demon doesn't know who the minion is.
That is my leading theory.
Why? I don't necessarily...
Minions know who the demons are, right? Juan or Johnny? That's just a... And so demons normally
Yeah,
know
but
who the minions
I don't know why the demon wouldn't... Yeah.
Because they're the parasite, and they don't know. They think they're a townsfolk.
Do we know what the parasite does specifically?
We don't know what the
Instead.
parasite does, but I'm
right.
really
So,
current-
like, I have a very different theory than Quinn, is what I'm saying on what the parasite does.
and that's okay. That's so okay.
Here's
I
what
don't know
happens.
Oh, it was.
Here's what happens when you Google BOTC and Parasite, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Is there an answer to that? I want to know what happens when you Google BOTC and Parasite. I have private chats visible, not public chats. I see.
Okay, so then chat, for your edification, it says it's a minion. Each night, choose a player and guess their character. If correct, and a townsfolk, which makes selections in the night, you wake before them and secretly make their selections.
That is one of the weakest.
So one of the
things
village
I know
idiots
about.
might not have chosen Quinn.
And also, it's a demon. The parasite.
Yeah.
Is a demon.
I'm just telling you,
Final call.
This is what happens when you Google Parasite and BOTC.
Juan would like to claim Parasite and choose Eric as the Shigenja.
Juan claims Parasite and picks Eric as a Shigenja. Heard.
It's not a bad move. It's not a bad move.
Bringing this day to a close in
It's
3, 2, 1. Juan has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone.
And we go. Oh, dang.
So Quinn, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Auditor learns what the
I could
homebrew
flee.
demon does, or was that just your?
No,
I
it-
only learn its name.
Thank you. Okay, I misunderstood.
Okay. So here's the unfortunate reality. Jeffy was indeed our demon. Not the drunk village idiot. Jeffy was just the demon. And also, unfortunately, yeah, you knew that. You figured it out. That's great. Unfortunately, due to how the parasite works, the game is already over. They just don't know it yet. But don't worry. Don't worry. Because the fun is just starting here in Ravenswood Bluff. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Good morning, players. Last night, Johnny Ace died in the night. Denny Boy died in the night. Died in the night. And Jeffy died in the night.
Sorry.
Queen, it was Queen.
No, is it me?
Jeffy
I
clutches her chest as she stumbles before the room. Creature bursting forth from her chest, flopping in the middle of the room, having absorbed all of your life force. And Jeffy looks up at the two survivors, Quinn and Ash, and from her lips, an out-of-body voice speaks through her and says, I know in the moment we are caught in the middle of an ancient war. The game is over.
What?
What?
What just happened?
What?
Has won.
What?
Of you players here, Jeffy was indeed the parasite. And as you sit here in the dark, the mist swirl in from the storm outside surrounding the room. You feel your body drift and your minds drift to the ceiling as you kind of watch an out-of-body experience, and you fade to black. You find yourself slowly drifting before we begin to descend into the ancient catacombs long since sealed off. Eternal flames light the candles that dot the wall of this chamber. A chill runs down your spine. a feeling of your mind floating outside your body. You've been here before, perhaps in a dream. It's clear to you all that an ancient evil is amongst your group. Find and destroy it before it's too late. And I can now actually do a quick update to the script that is loaded. Here we go.
What?
We now know the demon is called the Parasite.
What?
What do you do?
I don't know what it does.
I am
Oh,
so
no, no,
confused.
what it does?
Oh.
Wait, are we all alive again?
No, this is, I had a feeling. The parasite jumps like a flea between animals.
I
Jack,
know
don't do
that
it,
both
just the
me and Jeffrey
stage.
just straight up lied to Juan. I let Juan
No.
give me the information on who.
Good night,
Juan
players.
picked.
Oh my god.
And then
What
I got
is
it.
going
That first.
We're playing a game to change your episode, so you guys did not know.
And
For,
then,
for the record,
and then
I saw the
Jeffrey-
village idiot token. I did not see Parasite. I did not know that I was the
I fucking got I called it! I fucking called it! Holy shit! I called
All right, players, as you might have understood, we are now in a time loop trope. Our players must relive the same days over and over until they can solve how to actually defeat this demon. And of course, oh yeah. So how do we resolve the Gamba? The Gamba goes the entire night. This will take multiple days to resolve. If good can win and execute the demon successfully before the night's over, the Gamba pays out. Otherwise, it doesn't.
is what?
Yeah, I don't know how I died in one.
Hello there, Johnny
Oh
Ace.
my God, Steve! What the? Can
What have I
post on this
done?
stream? I really feel the need to. Holy shit, Steve! What the actual? How did the demon die and evil win? What the hell is going on? There was no other minion, right? Like I didn't miss that. What is going on? What are you doing?
All great questions, Johnny. Unfortunately, I don't have answers for you. All I have for you is to let you know that either Jeffy or Denny Boy is the mutant.
Okay, so that would make us have a Zon game. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye.
I am
Hey.
so insanely confused at this point in time.
Perfect. That was the goal. Go ahead and pick 2 players.
I don't know if I want to pick 2 players. I decline. No, I'm kidding.
I refuse.
I just refuse. I'll be like the Al Hadikia who doesn't pick anybody, and then I'm like, no, I'll pass. God, I don't like this. Okay. We're gonna go with Quinn and Ash, the last 2 remaining alive.
All right, you pick Quinn and Ash, and you learn that yes, one of them is the demon.
Okay, am I the demon again? Maybe I don't want to be the demon this time.
You asked for it last time, Jeffy. You asked for it.
I was gonna say I have to go back and watch the chat that I was going through. I was like, oh, maybe I could be the demon at this point in time, and I apparently already was. So that's gonna be amusing for me. So chat, can we make this work? Because apparently I won last game. Yay! Let's make sure I win this game too.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Good luck. Hey, Eric.
Hello.
You start knowing that both Juan and Johnny Ace are good players. They are not the demon specifically. But, you know,
Thank you for that.
as was pointed out to me by many people, there was no visible minions at the end of the last game. So,
Yeah. Who were the last 2 alive? Was it Quinn and Ash?
Quinn and Ash.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Enjoy.
Hello.
Hello, Ash. As our town's mathematician, you know that last night one player had their ability work abnormally.
Can I put in a guess just for you guys? Because I'm not going to say this to town
Sure.
of what's going on here. I have a feeling that the parasite jumped to one of the remaining alive players. That's my current working theory, which means I might be the parasite, which means I am not telling town this.
That would give you a 50% chance.
Not until the end of this round, and hopefully something happens and I'm not currently being hosted or not currently alive at the end.
Yep.
That's
perfect.
my working theory.
You know, we all have theories. I'm glad. I do enjoy seeing people try to piece it together. That's part of the fun.
We are joking that it's a game changer episode.
It kind of is a mini game changer episode, right, Ash?
Yes, and I do love those, though they do drive me insane. It'll be great.
Good luck, Ash. So if so, there will be a time limit, right? I'm not going to let this go on for 8 hours, right? There is a limit, and if they do not solve this and figure out how to kill the demon, then the demon will win. Evil will have basically been considered to winning this, and then after basically if they don't solve it in 5 loops, then we're going to call it and give it to evil. That's how the gambit's going to go. Shout outs to Hufflepuff JBE with the follow. Listen, I've done a clock changer before. I have more clock changer coming up. Yeah, the parasite character text is still hidden. All we've revealed so far is the name. There's a new jinx for the eagle-eyed. If the parasite is in play, the auditor learns the demon's abilities. That's the new jinx. But in this case, we don't have it.
I need to go to spa after this game.
Right?
Good morning, players. Unfortunately, you can't see this. I'm off to the side, but I have a redemption from Alan Michael. It doesn't fit, Alan. I'll refund your points. I'm sorry. Anyways, don't worry about me. You guys are alive. You're in the cave, looking around with a slight sense of deja vu. I'll give you guys 4 minutes.
Deja vu.
What is going on, Steve?
This is a Groundhog Day situation.
You guys just all want a hard claim?
So if it's Groundhog Day, do we just kill Jeffy?
Do you all just want a hard claim?
I'm a
No?
math.
Okay. Well,
Math
Fuck it,
one.
Let's hard claim. We're not going to survive.
math one?
Alan Michael put it for an execution. Unfortunately, it didn't work for last game, but it might work for this next execution. I guess I could have done it for one. Why didn't I do it for one? I'll do it for whoever they execute today. Yeah.
Last night.
Wait, you're both
You can't be the
exorcists.
exorcist, Quinn. I'm the exorcist.
No, I'm the exorcist.
Get out of
Steady.
here. Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
So,
What? Did we break Quinn?
what
No,
happened?
It clicked. It clicked.
Okay, maybe it clicked.
I'm concerned.
Let's do some thinking here.
It clicked, and I'm not going to share what it is because actually, it jeopardizes actually a good amount if I expose.
Okay, fair enough.
That is how it feels to me too.
It clicked for me. It clicked.
There's one and two things going on, or it's both things at once, and I'm not willing to share any of it.
It clicked.
Either way, though.
Tonight, and you know where I saw. So, we just gotta keep our eye on Quinn and Ash.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Whoever Quinn or Ash selected, we should
We
maybe
have the
kill.
same theory. We have the same theory, so that's good.
That's totally fair. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Okay,
For
perfect.
chat's benefit, Juan has claimed monk to me and said that he will not be choosing anyone. I have claimed librarian who saw
No.
Jeffy and Denny at mutant.
I will not be choosing any of the people that are now tainted with Johnny Ace's
Oh, right.
librarian
Yeah.
hands.
Right, because
Which are-
Juan assumes it's hinged on me for some reason.
What I'm saying is, I have no idea how this worked, But we know for a fact Johnny Ace was the
Yeah.
fortune teller that chose Jeffy. Jeffy chose Quinn as the village idiot. I chose Quinn. So there was like a chain of people connected, and seemingly
Yeah.
all those people died. So if either who did
That's
you say
fair.
you got
Yeah,
Danny
yeah.
Boy or Jeffy?
But
If Danny Boy or
didn't
Jeffy is a
die.
parasite,
Quinn didn't die.
Quinn didn't die.
Your mama will come to bargain. That's a good vibe for this.
Let's
Meds.
Johnny.
I'll take
Let's
away.
let's go with our plan.
I don't
Jeffy?
believe you.
Jeffy, I am 90% sure I know what the Parasite's ability is. I'm not the Auditor, so I don't know for certain, but I am 90% sure that I know what the Parasite's ability does.
I'm gonna
Denny
believe you.
is unequivocally the right kill. We risk losing the game if we do not kill Denny.
Okay, I will do what you say. Even though we're never on the same team. See, even in that, we weren't on the same team last round.
No, but we better be this time. Goodbye, Jeffy.
Difference. I have an idea.
Okay, for chat benefit, Ash just said.
Yeah, no, they
I asked-
know.
Okay, I just asked, hey, do you have any idea what's happening? Ash says, yes, I think I know what's happening, but I'm not going to say for a very specific reason. Which reads Parasite to me. It reads Parasite.
I told both of those things to chat when I woke in the night.
Okay, if we're not killing you, I have a proposal that I'm trying to run by people.
Okay.
In the spirit of the ballad that they were singing, the only way to learn is by playing, the only way to win is by learning, and the only way to begin is by executing evil Steve. Because if this is an atheist type of situation, if this
No
is
atheist
a
on the
deja
script.
vu Groundhog Day, let's kill evil Steve, and then if we lose, we learn that that's not the solution.
There's someone I want to nominate.
I just smile and nod. That's all I'm good for in these games. I just
I
smile and
reject your hypothesis, whoever made that.
It's not even my hypothesis. I just
One
smile
small
and nod.
update in a meta sense. The good side quest has now been updated. Before it was successfully execute the demon. The current updated text for your good side quest is successfully execute the demon within 5 loops.
Oh.
This is loop
I'm sorry,
number
I
2,
tuned out. What was
correct?
the request?
We have a timer.
This
We
is
have
our
5
second
loops to kill the demon.
Did the first loop count as one of those loops, or are we starting as the current loop is number 5 of? Well,
We
number
are on
1?
loop 2.
Okay, that is what I assumed.
Also,
Okay,
whenever you guys are ready, you can continue talking, but noms are open whenever you are.
Quinn would like to nominate Denny.
That is.
Quinn nominates
Very
Denny. Tell us why, Quinn.
First of all, we are in a hard double claim. Second of all, if I am right about this, we gain so much information. I'm going to say this now, even though I was hesitant to say it. Denny and I both hard claimed the same role to each other. If you look about what was notable about last game's demon, they were one of multiples, right? It was a village idiot in a series of multiples. Denny, believably to me, claimed to be the exorcist. I am looking at the exorcist token. I think the Parasite's ability is that they think that they are an in-play role. Therefore, you have a 50-50 shot. It's either me or it's Denny. I will obviously be nominating Denny. Denny's welcome to nominate me back.
Denny boy?
That seems like a fair analysis. It's too bad that the other town information would suggest executing you instead. That's
Right.
too bad.
Yep.
Well,
And you also survived.
I'm more-
Information
Yeah.
I'm the librarian. Denny and or Jeffy is the mutant, so that could be why Denny is in a hard double claim with you.
Oh, well, fuck me.
I told you I needed more information, Quinn.
Well, it's probably
Oh.
Jeffy then. In which case, we don't have a fortune teller,
Nope.
or
actually,
it's Johnny, which is fine.
Read public chat. Read public chat.
I can't do that. That's too hard. Too complicated.
Take 4 votes to put Denny boy on the block.
Actually, it's probably just Johnny. More likely that they're.
I wouldn't know if it was me or not anyway. I would be like,
if you were the mutant,
like,
yes, you
about
would
to,
know
like,
you're the mutant.
One's not enough.
Oh no, I thought you meant I was the parasite.
Oh, nah,
Jeffy nominates Quinn.
You could.
Jeffy nominates Quinn. Lay it out, Jeffy.
Quinn and I are never on the same team. There's a world that we could theoretically be at this point in time. There were only 2 people that were left alive in the last game. I think one of those would have been the Parasite host, which is who I picked, which was Quinn. I, as the fortune teller this game, picked the only 2 remaining alive players, Ash and Quinn, and I got a yes. So in that world and in the double claim, I think Quinn could be right that you see a token that is in play and you think that you're a good player as the Parasite. I just think if both Denny and Quinn are seeing the same token, which is debatable at this point in time, the likely demon is going to be Quinn.
Quinn, your defense.
Was I alive at the end of the game?
Yes.
Yes.
I did not
Yes.
wait to use my
You
ability
and Ash
at
were.
the end
Yep.
of the game.
We are
Well, that would
alive.
make sense because the game would
Because the
immediately
game
end.
The Parasite ability is actually secret, Nick.
So
We're
this is
figuring it out
honestly
together.
A very decent execution if you want to win as good. I am now living in a world genuinely where I think I could be the Parasite. I've seen Johnny float about. I will not vote on myself. I will be voting on quite literally anyone else because I do honestly at this moment think that I very well could be the demon.
Ooh. We get one chance.
You only get one
You
shot.
get one shot. Do
Floor's
not
an hour.
know. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
No, I just went to the latest Game Changer episode.
You know,
with this.
just like the country up young, scrappy, and hungry. I'm not going away.
Five's
One
enough. Quinn's now on the block.
We're gonna get demonetized for the copyrighted.
Well,
infringement on
imagine
that.
this one.
Fine,
There
it's fine.
is a minion, but the demon doesn't know that they're evil, but the minion does.
Yeah, but
So,
There
but
was
again,
one.
in the last game, there wasn't a minion.
So I
Yeah, but that
would
doesn't
like
mean there's
to.
everyone in this.
I would like just to announce. So I'm hella suspicious of Ash because now there's not only a fortune teller, yes, on Ash, but also Ash and I had a conversation that allegedly Ash had before, where I
With-
said,
with
"Hey, Ash, do
Pat.
you have any?" Yeah, I just point blank asked Ash, "Do you have any more information about this game?" And Ash replied, "Well, yes, I think I know what's happening, but I'm not gonna share because of reasons." And then I'm like, "That sounds like you have figured out that you are the Parasite." Now there's a fortune teller yes from Ash, so I would like to nominate Evil Steve.
What?
Juan nominates evil Steve. Tell us why. That's weird.
We are capable of nominating the Storyteller, and that is something that is not normally feasible to do in any game. So I feel we should take the opportunity. Now, there's loops. If this is not the solution, we'll learn. But if this is the solution, we got it.
Will we learn? Will we learn?
I fucking hope so.
I mean,
Jeffy.
in my defense, I will point out that there is not an atheist on the script. This shouldn't even be possible, and it's a little weird that it's even happening. Don't do this. This is just a way to throw away your shot because you only get one shot, and you're throwing it away right now.
Stephen.
We
Why,
get
it'll-
5 shots.
It'll take 6 if you want to lift to me.
I think Steve was just telling
Wait,
the truth right there. I don't think
Wait,
Steve
is this
kinda
called you only get one
like-
shot after Game Changer, Steve? Is this what you've done?
You guys brought that up, not me. 2 is not enough.
Yeah, no, this is
We'll find
literally
out.
the latest Game
That's
Changer.
not what I asked, Steve. That is not what I asked.
I mean,
Oh my
clearly you
gosh.
get more than one shot. I had already announced you get at least 5.
Each game. we
Yeah.
get one.
5 rounds
Any other nominations?
or loops.
Behavior from everyone. Honestly, I'm loving what this is bringing out in us.
Gonna bring this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Quinn is brought to the center of town, is executed, and because Alan Michael bet the correct time in chat. By the way, the chat started getting in on the betting on the time when day 1 starts. So Alan Michael in chat actually won. He bet the correct day time in chat, which surprised Quinn so much his head exploded and he died. That was a death redemption from Alan Michael on our first execution. Good night, everyone.
Uh,
I am okay.
I really love that
actually,
Chad has gotten in. I'm
we-
guessing when day 1 will start.
we should
But I
have.
also-
All right. Spoiler alert, chat. The game is already over. They did not successfully deal with the Parasite. Everyone's gonna be dead. Everyone's gonna be dead. Time loop 2 is unsuccessful. They have not figured it out yet. We're on to loop 3. Here's the question, though. The next time I include the Auditor, they learn the demon's ability. Do we include it on loop 3 so they can learn the demon's ability? Or do we not do that? Save it for 4 is my thought. I think I'll save it for 4. Julie says do it for chat. You think they almost have it figured out so far? Okay, we'll save it for 4.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
basically. It's like, oh, Disney. I was like, oh, cool. And that was before the first Spider-Man movie came out.
Here we go.
Good morning,
No.
players. Ash has died in the night. Denny Boy has died in the night. Juan has died in the night. And Johnny Ace has died in the night. Ash stumbles before you in the middle of town, clutching her chest as a large lump of alien-like mass bursts free from her chest in the middle of the ground. Her eyes go white as a voice echoes through her body. Even though my body may die first, my soul will not give up without a fight. The game is over.
God
Evil
damn it.
has won. Our parasite was indeed Ash, who saw the mathematician
Okay, so the
token.
parasite was someone that the fortune teller chose both times.
That's not. I don't think that's the
Juan.
actual linchpin
Juan.
of it.
Who did you choose last
What do you
night?
think it is then, Ash?
We'll get
I
into
was-
it when the next
I
game
was
starts.
not-
I'm not about to spoil it yet, at least from my
I was not
knowledge.
woken up.
No, it's not about spoiling. But
Wait.
this is an ongoing game. This part is
No.
a part of the game.
I want chat to make sure chat's present for it. At least has a good shot at it. I made a bet the night when I woke of what I thought it was, and not guaranteed, but I had a feeling I had a 50-50
Okay.
shot at it.
To be very clear, Juan, you were not woken last night.
Not at all.
You should have woken last night.
Good night, players.
When
So that
it's
means
not
I
consistent
got-
with last game.
That means
the
I
first
got
game as
killed
well.
before.
It was Jeffy
the
and
night
Eric who
went.
survived.
I think technically I should have woken. Looking at the night order, honestly, I should have woken them. That was actually a mistake on my part. Because I need to allow the monk and the exorcist. Now, everyone would have died. I guess the only way. Well, Quinn was the exorcist, right? So the only way that they could have survived that night is if Quinn exorcised the demon. That was not a possibility. The monk wouldn't have extended the game. The monk could have protected one player. So that was kind of on me. Technically, that was on me. Okay. Is the drunk... We're going to see Outsider, Brong. Quinn is the drunk village idiot. Who were the last two I left alive, right? Last time. Do you don't remember who the last two I left alive was? Like, the mistake didn't actually cost them the game, but like I should wake them up. Eric and Jeffy were the last two. Okay, so then we are definitely making Juan our parasite this time.
There was no indication.
Hey, Danny boy, you are going to learn that either Ash or Eric is the mutant.
Okay. So interesting that Ash received a Math 1 last game, and I think that was the only false information we've seen in both games so far. So I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Steve.
Pretty good deduction logic, Danny boy. Hey, Ash, do me a favor. Go ahead and pick.
My brain going. I'm pretty sure I'm right about my first theory. People keep talking about the fortune teller being the one who's choosing who survives, and I
Okay.
kind of don't know what to do with that. But I'm gonna Ooh. That's actually interesting. Let's say that's correct. What would happen if the parasite survives a day?
I mean, so far the parasite has
They
technically
haven't.
survived each day.
Well,
They haven't been executed.
Survived a second night.
So far, they have not survived the
Yeah.
second night. Yes, yeah, that's true.
I wonder what happens. So let me buy into the theory that the fortune teller determines somehow who survives. I'm gonna go Jeffy and Eric. No, never mind. No, does not do it. No. Then I will be smarter and choose Jeffy and Denny.
Jeffy and Denny Boy.
Yes.
You learn that no, neither one of them is the demon.
Because logically, I don't think I choose to survive because they chose. I think that might be my best compromise. Yeah, okay. There's so much you're having us think about, Steve.
I know.
It's insane.
I like it.
I'm curious to see what this does. But I think that means Eric is probably the parasite. So cool, unless I'm the drunk, which I don't think I will be based on the fact that I spent a fortune teller in every game. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Hey, Juan. Very simple. You're going to learn it clockwise.
So simple.
Yeah. Where's your head at, Juan? I gotta check in.
So I feel like I have two answers to that. One in game and one out of game. In game, I feel like it has to do something. So like, Ash and Queen were the two people left alive day one, and then Ash was the demon day two. Now Eric and Jeffy were the two last alive people, so he might be one of them. The second hypothesis I have is it just like the fact that you have an auditor? Is it because you want the name of the demon to be known so that people can claim it in like a mess sense where like somebody says the name of the demon, they die? So I don't know. That's where I am at. In out of game sense, I feel like you realized we were deprived of Clocktower for a week. And you're like, let's cram 2,000 games in one single session to mess with them.
A whole weekend worth of games in one night. That's not a bad idea, actually.
Clockwise, right?
Clockwise, yes.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, good luck.
Jeffy.
You pick Jeffy and learn good.
It's Eric. Goodbye.
They're all convinced. Hey, Jeffy.
No.
No, is that your choice? No.
My choice. You know what? Okay, I'm going to read this in. I'm going to do this. I would like to pick myself.
Sure. You pick yourself and you learn good.
Okay.
Obvious. It's right there in your token.
That's not bleeping obvious, Steve.
Hey, Johnny Ace, go ahead and pick a player.
Oh man, this might not matter at all. I am going to choose Eric.
All right, you pick Eric and you learn good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There is an answer to this, sort of. How much do you want me to let you in on it, chat? As you can see, I specifically asked who was left alive last game and made sure the parasite was not one of those two. That was intentional. The starting parasite is not based on anything from the previous game. I will tell you, and cover your ears if you don't want to know, the starting parasite is always random. That's all I'm telling you. There is an answer. There is a pattern. There is something that needs to happen that they have not figured out yet. All right, let's wake him up.
Can you even get just straight up be stuck at Mike?
Good
so just say
morning,
Mike,
players. I do have to make one small correction to the last game. I should have woken, I think, Juan, you were the monk. Was that correct? Who was the monk?
Yes.
I should have woken you to make a pick. However, it wouldn't have affected the game. It wasn't possible to not end the game. So it didn't really affect the game. But like in theory, yes, you wake before the parasite kills. So that was a mistake on my part. I do apologize, but I can confirm it would not have affected the end of the game. That said, all of you descend into the ancient catacombs long since sealed off. Eternal flames light the candles that dot the walls of this chamber. A chill runs down your spine, a feeling of your mind floating outside your body. You've been here before, perhaps in a dream. It's clear to you all that an ancient evil is amongst your group. Find and destroy it before it's too late. 4 minutes.
Can we just not have private chats? Can we just share everything, lay it all out here?
Just going to say that.
I'm going to give you 5 minutes.
Say that. Yeah.
Let's do that.
I'm Robin.
There's no reason to lie.
Nope.
Like at this point, I'm a VI. I got a good on Eric. So if we're on our current theory, we should kill Jeff.
Well, I'm a Shigenja pointing clockwise.
Towards Eric.
Okay.
Towards Eric.
Hi, I'm a VI. So as we're gonna double up things, I chose myself and I got good, which could mean nothing. So maybe we do kill
Yeah, that
me?
means
You're what?
Who knows?
I would like to go last.
Eric?
I'm an exorcist, which is meaningless in this game.
Okay.
No, you could go before.
I've not heard of a tragedy
Right.
looper game.
So the demon doesn't wake, but if we didn't kill them, everyone dies anyway.
It might stop them. They might need the ability to wake for their power to.
The exorcist might have a secret jinx. I don't know.
Yeah, I was thinking of choosing
You guys
myself.
want
And
to
then I
wait
just
on
found
me,
out
or do you guys
about
want to
it.
go first?
I am fortune teller with a no on Jeffy and Denny. So I'm the one person saying that.
In that very. Who did you pick? Did you pick Jeffy first and then Denny?
Yes. That should have been what I
Okay.
picked.
Ooh, okay.
I am a
This does sound similar to that.
I am a village idiot. I have a good on Jeffy.
I'm the librarian. I saw Ash or Eric as the mutant.
Okay, so we're getting all of the same repeat roles. Like none of our roles are changing, as well as the librarian saying the
There
same.
was, except there
been
was a monk in
changes.
one game, and
There's also
mathematician in
Henry
one
Townsfolk
game,
on
and a
this script.
sage in one game.
Wait, Denny, you saw the
Mathematician.
mutant between who and who?
Ash and Eric. So I assume it's probably Eric because Ash was very forthcoming.
I think it's far more.
I think it's
So I
neither
don't-
one of us. Or neither
I
one
think
of
it's more likely to be Eric.
I agree. I think it's
What,
Eric.
the mutant or the demon?
The demon.
The mutant.
Oh,
either.
yeah, I think so too.
We have three people that are pointing, or no, two,
Okay.
two people.
So
three.
in the fortune teller theory, it is Denny, which has information that doesn't line up with anything. In the just
The
surviving
last
people,
two alive theory.
yeah, in the last two alive theory, it's either me or Eric if we believe the
My theory.
Shigenja, which was the Shigenja was pointing in the correct direction
First time, yes.
in one.
Yes.
Yep.
And when I was the librarian, I had the mutant between the mutant and the demon. So if it's actually repeating, then Eric is the better call, and I'm the drunk VI.
And Steve has been saying that there's shit that's familiar.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
he's like,
Yeah.
using shit. It is
Well, I
Eric.
was gonna
Eric and Eric needs to die today.
I was gonna suggest me anyway.
You're gonna lose.
All right.
No,
If that is
I
the-
was
You nominate?
I mean,
If
Eric.
that is the case,
Yeah.
Steve, can we just nominate?
If you guys collectively as a group would like to skip to nominations, I will totally allow it.
I'll
Yeah.
nominate myself.
Yeah.
All right, Eric nominates Eric. Tell us more.
I need to lose this game.
All right, 4 votes to make it happen.
Hey,
I'm
pertinent,
evil. So be it.
very, very important pertinent.
For town.
If Good wins our side quest, do I get channel points?
I'm sorry.
6 is enough.
Very, very important question.
How is that
If Good wins
pertinent?
our side quest. Can I get channel points? Come on.
One.
We don't know what we
two
get.
things. One, I would.
might-
We were testing a hypothesis on whether saying the name of the demon affects the thing or not. Nobody has said it. Just in case this does not end the game, I would love to learn whether that affects stuff. So I'm gonna say the name, and hopefully I'm the only person saying the name, so we can see if that makes any difference. Parasite, 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 and I would like to nominate Evil Steve.
1 nominates Evil Steve. Tell us why.
let's get over with storytelling rulership, I guess.
All right. Once again, there's no atheists on the script. There's just a parasite worming its way through someone's brain. You should be focusing on them. But if you'd like to lift me, it'll take all 7 of you.
Juan, why would you call Suck It Mike by that weird name?
Yeah.
we all agreed to call
We
it.
all know
Yeah. Suck
Mike
it, Mike.
is the big bad here.
We all know that it's called Suck It Mike. Like there
3 is not enough. I'm
on the
safe.
script, it's Suck It Mike.
Well, I guess we'll find out if I'm second Mike.
I fucking hope so.
Final call?
Really, I agree.
I hope so.
By the
I
way,
don't
Suck It
think
Mike.
that's it, but we'll find.
Bringing this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Eric has been executed and dies. Good night, everyone. All right. Spoiler alert. The game's not over.
20-second timer?
My timer's still running. Wait.
No, the timer was still running from before.
Because we skipped the time. Okay, I fixed it.
Okay, so we're not gonna overanalyze that for once.
No, that timer was the recipe to our doom. Like we're gonna die.
No, I really thought we were
Adam
going
in
to
San
die.
Francisco. Adam in SF. So I'm assuming Adam in San Francisco. Thank you for the sub.
we're gonna-
6
People are
months.
effectively in
Amazing.
the escape room. They're going
Except
to
for 2 of
overanalyze
us.
everything.
This is Groundhog Day, but worse.
Jeffy, Ash. I mean, you said you picked who?
Juan
I
dies.
picked
Jeffy and Denny.
Jeffy, and I got good.
Jeffy and Denny. You picked no. Sorry, Jeffy. So Ash, you picked Jeffy and then
Danny Boy's
correct?
new parasite.
I believe so.
Okay,
Yeah,
so if
whoever
Denny
gets
is evil, then
fortune
my
teller, like,
idea seems to have more
You
credence.
have an idea on that, maybe, depending on what.
Hey, Ash, go ahead and pick 2 players.
We're not over yet, are we? Because you wouldn't be waking me up if the game had ended logically, unless I misheard and the fortune teller did still wake up when they shouldn't have.
I mean,
Alright.
astute observation.
I don't like this. Then Jeffy won?
You pick Jeffy and Juan, and you learn that no, neither of them are the demon.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm trying my best.
Perfect. Good luck, Ash. Quinn, pick a player.
What?
The game's not over.
Denny.
You pick Denny Boy, and you learn no. Or sorry, good.
I was gonna say.
Good is the more easy way to answer. Bye. Juan is no longer the demon. The parasite has completely moved to a new host. So he, specifically the way the demon works, is that Juan is actually not the demon. He's just the Shugenja at this point. Hey, Jeffy, go ahead and pick a player.
I don't want to know. Denny.
You pick Denny Boy, and you learn evil.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Johnny Ace, go ahead and pick a player.
What the fuck, Steve? Okay. Ash.
All right, you pick Ash and learn good.
Okay. Good night.
Enjoy. Yeah, there is a method to this madness. What is it? I mean, this is the first time we're learning exactly what happened, or we're getting.
And that kind of depends.
We're getting drips
I
information.
think not having private chats is a good way to go for this, honestly.
Loki,
Yeah, I
yes.
think so,
Loki,
too.
yes.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Good morning, players. In the morning, you find, with a hole burst from his chest, Juan, who died in the night, and his words, his eyes go white, his mouth speak a voice that is not his own as he says,
Wait.
What?
"Day feels like the final one, as if time itself is warped."
Hi,
5 minutes.
I got to go again. I
Me
am.
too. Me too.
I am the village idiot. I chose Denny and learned good.
God
I
damn
am the
it.
village idiot. I chose Ash and learned good.
I'm the village idiot, and I
choose-
chose Denny, and I learned evil.
I
Okay,
So
chose,
Johnny's
Okay.
over.
I chose
No,
Jeffy
not
and Juan and
necessarily,
got a no.
because I chose Eric. I chose Eric and got good. And when we killed Eric, we got to a day 2. I think the parasite has moved because
Okay.
we killed it.
Also, hold on. It could also
only
be I was
person
the
that
only
died
one
is
saying Parasite.
Second Mike. The only person.
Oh,
that died
you're right.
is Second Mike.
I
So
was the
You're the
only
only
person
one
that
that
said
said
Parasite.
you're dead. You're dead, Johnny.
Okay.
So
So-
I truly believe.
Exorcist.
Okay. I think I received bad information then as the librarian. Ash on the second game also received bad information, and Johnny Ace on the first game also received bad information. So one player each game is getting false information. Now, granted,
Okay. So
We are in
if
a mastermind day.
There wasn't a
Oh,
mass.
I don't like
There's
that.
There has never
a
been a
mastermind on the
minion
script.
in this game. There has never been a minion.
But there are
There
minions
have
on
been
the
0
script.
minions.
okay, so
Yeah, but there's
Johnny
been
Ace,
0 minions.
Johnny Ace, since you already said Parasite,
Said parasite. Yeah.
so you might die tonight. Are you willing to be the only
Yeah.
person that then makes an accusation on if
Yeah.
Ash is correct and you are you're drunk, then Denny could be evil. So could you nominate Denny Boy?
Yeah. I'm
And
fine
then
with that.
nobody else says anything. Nobody else nominates. Nobody else interacts. Nobody else nominates Evil Steve. And if you die, and then he died, that still gives us a final 3.
Yeah, but the spirit that rose out of you, Juan, said today was the last day.
Oh yeah,
That
what
was
the hell?
implication. So it
I
seems like we have to do
really-
it
Also,
twice.
the implication is that you were the parasite, but it moved, Juan.
I
don't
see,
know.
I see, I see, I see.
It's
I
hard to
see.
tell. I could see it going
I don't
either
know.
way. I'm unsure.
The fact
I
that
love
you
all the
just-
I
theories.
think in that world we
Pretty
killed
cool.
Denny.
I think
This is the third
I
game in a row
think
we've seen an
so.
outsider.
The question is, does it move to the other last remaining alive person, which would be Jeffy? Which would be why Jeffy might get incorrect information about Denny.
I mean, keep in mind, I was picked by the fortune teller twice and got a no. And when I was the fortune teller, I picked the person that
That's
was
fair.
the second Mike.
Yeah,
And
no,
I
no,
had
no,
Jeff-
no. You're right. I forgot that you were picked by the fortune teller.
I've been picked by the fortune teller both nights, and it's a no on me. So I feel, granted, in the first night, Denny was picked and got a no as a second Mike.
Just spread out and figure out how to use our information to get as much as use our rules to get as much information as possible in the limited time we have. And I'm guessing theoretically an exorcist would be trying to stop the Mike from taking activities.
I was
I
the
ass-
exorcist.
Yes, exactly. I assume that's kind of the point. Maybe if you were able to hit it right, you would. I also can't guarantee that you weren't just the Mike because you might have been.
I think I very.
My original theory is that you would have been the Mike.
Yeah. I still think I was the Mike.
For chat benefit, yes, we are intentionally not saying the demon's name. To make that completely clear, we're not just
It
being.
is, it is
We're
the
doing
second
it intentionally because we're paranoid people. Because
You
he has
chose
put us under
Mike
this
as
social
the
experiment.
shorthand.
No,
yes, we
second
did.
Mike.
Yeah, second Mike.
I've been using Mike because it's easier.
Yeah.
But
Because you're a
so yeah,
I take meticulous notes. Ash's information is Jeffy, Denny, night 1, no. Jeffy 1 on night 2, no.
Okay.
Yes.
by that.
So if
So it's less likely to be you because of night
In-
2. Because I'm kind of disregarding night 1 because I think that
I agree.
Yeah.
this
We have a new
second
demon.
Mike moved.
Yeah, which if I was the demon originally, then my Shigenja information is meaningless. If it has jumped to Denny Boy, that matches with Johnny Ace being
drunk.
The drunk.
The drunk
Yeah.
village idiot.
And Ash being a real fortune
Yeah,
teller.
so that's fine.
Yeah, I buy that.
Okay.
And
Also,
and once again,
for what
Sorry,
it's worth,
Denny?
I'm the librarian, and I have 2 people who are not the mutant, so I've gotten bad information in some way.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah.
think, I think
So I'll nominate Denny.
I'm probably
Yeah,
drunk.
Yeah,
Which means that
only one person can nominate Denny because we think Denny is the suck at Mike.
I will.
yes,
do.
and
I'm
the only 2 people
I
that
already
nominated
have
last
the
night are dead. Yes, so Johnny.
All right, players. Noms are open when you're ready. Johnny, it looks like you have your hand up first.
Yes, I would like to nominate Denny.
Johnny Ace nominates Denny Boy. Tell us why.
This is what town has decided as we try to solve this puzzle.
Denny Boy?
I think this makes the most sense overall. With Johnny Ace and them getting a good on Eric and then me, if the demon had passed to me, it makes sense that the fortune teller would receive a no on night 1 if I became the demon tonight. And my ability seems to have not worked, so I'm probably the drunk, which means I've been the outsider all 3 times so far. That's exciting.
Oh.
Wait,
That's
is there an
significant.
outsider in play?
Yeah,
Ben.
there's been an
Yes,
outsider
there's
every game
always
so
been
far.
one. Oh, that could be. All right, well, we'll see at the end of this one. This is what
Revo's
we're-
needed.
Pertinent. Steve, do you understand that the new name is
I've made it clear.
Okay,
Why
good.
are you a different one?
5 is enough. Denny Boy's
Why
on the
not?
block.
This game is bonkers. Why not?
Sure.
But if Denny is the drunk again, then we know that Denny is an outsider every time.
The nature of
that's
the
kind of
demon
the
is that they
implication.
all want to
There's no-
win together as
there's no
good, right?
maybe
They kind of want. They don't want to win as evil. You know what I mean? It's set up socially that they want to come together and overcome the demon.
You're right. There is no gardener, but that doesn't. No, you can't
Here's
do a
the
hidden
question.
gardener on the app, right?
There's no gardener.
Yeah.
Steve has no way of controlling who is who.
Weird.
So
But
they just
Steve,
happen
Denny
to be
is
the
just-
outsider?
What roles go in the bag, whether they line up with what's there or not. It does.
Denny
He doesn't have
just
to put
manifested
0
it.
outsiders. Like he just puts what's in the bag and it goes out.
Final call.
Weird. Denny,
I-
you've manifested it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
Can I
have
be
to
the
be
klutz
my
next
sister.
game, Steve?
Yeah, why not? What's your
Bringing
I
this
am-
day
the closest
to a close. In 3, 2, 1. Denny Boy is brought to the center of town, is executed, and does not die.
I did it. I'm the
Good night,
best.
everyone.
Ah,
What the fuck?
well, we're all gonna die now.
More
My
layers of
God.
secrets.
Denny,
Wait,
how
that's
did
a
you
fold.
survive?
Because Denny
I
is
know.
the suck at Mike, and we didn't. We
Denny
actually
is
killed the
the
right
second
person.
Mike. Wait, but in that
Is it
hypothesis,
Bluff?
Johnny should die because of Johnny actually saying the name, right?
Okay, well,
Theoretically.
yes, so Johnny should die. So yeah, Denny is the suck at Mike. The reason that
Yeah, they're getting it on
everybody
day
else
4.
said
We
all the time
agreed
when
that
we
they
got
get it
down
on
to
day
2
4.
is because the
because
person
of,
that says
of
the suck at Mike
Mike's
dies.
curse.
Good morning, players. Johnny Ace has died
Don't
in
forget.
the night,
Uh-oh.
as has
Oh,
Quinn,
dear.
as has Denny Boy, who stumbles forward with a gaping hole in his chest as a large mass of wriggling fungus-like creature spills forth onto the cave floor, and his eyes go white, and his voice, a voice speaks from beyond Denny Boy through his body. Xenophobia will divide us as the seconds stretch to minutes. The game is now over. And of course,
wanna see
evil
this.
has won. All of the players are there. I will clarify. Yes, Danny Boy, you were
Evil
the drunk.
Wait,
You have been the outsider all 3 games in a row.
but you could not have signed
so
that.
he
That
was-
was just manifested, right?
So he
Oh,
was
yeah.
not the
Gardener.
parasite.
Steve,
We don't have a suck at Mike.
Steve,
There's no
there's
such-
he was-
There's no
There's
suck
no
at
there's no parasite.
Was there meant to be a...
Sorry, Denny Boy, what? I changed his alignment, but I didn't change his token. Denny Boy was the parasite at the end. That's why he was marked as evil. My bad. I wanted to make sure that you saw that he was the drunk as well, because it was important.
At the end, was I the starting parasite?
So Denny has
Unclear.
to be an outsider every time.
Unclear.
Was Eric the starting second mic?
There is no...
Oh, there's more loops coming. The
Wait.
game's
We have
Ash,
2 more loops.
Did you ever bluff as being the fortune teller?
You
before you
survived.
were the fortune teller?
Ash
I
and
did
who?
not. I have not bluffed as fortune
Okay,
teller.
because I know
I've
I
only
bluffed
been
as
the
VI.
But I don't think there could be a secret gardener.
Is
No,
it? Is it
I don't think
possible?
so. I don't know.
Wait.
Not everyone.
The first night that I thought that the only reason I
That's the real question, Alan Michael. Has anybody been writing down the death rattles? Because they are key. I'm going to use a random number generator instead of just picking one in my head. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Johnny Ace becomes the parasite. Perfect. All right. The Auditor is going to learn the ability. Shigenja is going to get counterclockwise. Fortune Teller. We'll put the red herring here on Jeffy. Denny Boy will learn Eric and Juan. Yeah, a whole hospital just for these death rattles, right? All right.
Killed.
Hey, Ash.
Steve, you're really not beating the allegations of having put a secret gardener in here.
Sorry.
I don't think it's possible, but still, I know what freaking token I have in front of me.
I will say it's kind of possible. I could tie the gardener functionality to one of these fables, the Jin or the bootlegger, but I will tell you I have not. It is just random.
How the heck did Denny pull Outsider 3 times?
Denny loves outsiders and outsiders love Denny. What are you gonna do?
Oh, that's very clear, yeah. My God, Denny.
All right, 2 players.
It was me. Oh God, Steve. The one problem with you clearing the Grim is that it clears my reminder tokens of who survived the last game.
That is.
I wrote it down.
That is troubling.
Now the real question is: would you give the person that is the mic incorrect information or just drunk poison information, whatever? That's my one curiosity, because I could use it to probe on Jeffy, but it may not be useful if I am gaining incorrect information.
Since we do not know what the parasite's ability is, I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you.
I'm just explaining my thought process for the benefit of chat. So yeah, I really have nothing to go off of, so I'm just gonna choose Jeffy and Juan.
You pick Jeffy and Juan and learn that, yes, one of them is the demon.
I mean, that was probably going to be the case, considering I don't really know how to distinguish myself in either case there.
Fair.
Wonderful.
All right.
Great. Well,
thanks, Ash.
Yeah.
Good luck. Hey, Denny Boy. First time not being outsider unless you're the drunk again. Of course, you never know. I do love how much you've manifested outsiders. It is kind of just a fun quirk of tonight.
All you have to do is reveal the night mask and see banana peel. That's it.
I can't do that. I will say, 2 people that right now are not the demon, and that is Juan and Eric.
Juan and Eric. I think that's very helpful.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting with Ash getting a math 1 on night 1 and a devil's advocate protecting night 2, that if the order of the minions on the script represent the parasite having that ability on each day, kind of just a theory,
It's entirely possible, Denny boy. I love where your
I don't
head's
know
at.
what's happening. Too complicated. All right,
I'll give you. Chat sees more than you, and chat also does not know, so don't feel bad.
Oh, okay, great, perfect.
Yeah, enjoy. Hey, Juan.
I was so convinced we had it. I was so convinced. It was like, it's either me saying the actual name of the second mic is getting me killed, or me nominating is getting me killed, and we
I just
had it.
love how everyone is saying Mike now. I do love that. I hope that persists for perpetuity.
We're gonna be calling it the second mic
On random nights, just people, future games are gonna like the mics.
Yep.
So Juan, as a Shugenja, you're gonna learn counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, as the Australians might say.
Okay, so Jeffy is evil, or Johnny Ace is evil. Okay.
Perfect.
Or I am again the parasite. Because you even said something to the extent of I was jumping or something. I don't know.
It's unclear at this time.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye.
Hey, Eric.
Hello.
Our loop 4 auditor. So obviously the demon in play is a parasite. I don't know if you guys had noticed. I saw nobody pointed out. There is a new updated jinx on this version of the script.
There is a new updated jinx.
There's a new jinx between the auditor and the parasite that's been on there since I loaded this version of the script, and nobody's called it out. So this will be a nice little bonus for you. The new updated jinx, now that we already know the name, is if the parasite is in play, the auditor learns the demon's abilities. You see it now. You see it. It's been hiding in plain sight this whole time.
Yes.
So I will say today, Eric, you are going to learn what the parasite's ability actually is.
Okay.
So the ability is you are the demon, but you think you are a different character.
Right.
Unless a specific word is said, you cannot die during the day. Each night star, you die, then a different player becomes the demon. The setup ability is -1 minion, +1 outsider.
God.
I will send it to you in text form.
Please do.
For sure. And I will also, for chat's benefit, I am posting this in Twitch chat as well.
All right.
Yeah, I think I have to send it to you after we leave the chat, but I will send it to you. You want me to read it again one more time, or you just want me to send it in chat?
Go ahead. Go ahead and read it one more time.
I'll read it one more time just to give you the gist. You are the demon, but you think you are a different character. Unless a specific word is said, you cannot die during the day. Each night star, you die, then a different player becomes the demon. And it's -1 minion, +1 outsider as the setup ability.
+1 minion? Wait.
-1 minion.
-1 minion, +1 outsider. Right.
Correct.
Okay, great. Yeah, send it to me just for be careful. All right, thanks.
Yep, I will send it. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. I'm trying to pin it, but it's giving me errors. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. If any mods in chat, feel free to pin it. Pin this mess. Okay, it should be pinned now. That is our demon ability. It is long. It doesn't explain all the night deaths. There are obviously I can't put everything in the thing for your guys's benefit. The thing that has to happen is that the parasite has to nominate, or everyone dies. All right, Eric doesn't want to answer. That's okay. I was going to tell him a little more, but that's fine.
4.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure we're on 4 here. No, I know we are. We're definitely.
Good morning, players. You descend to the ancient catacombs long since sealed off. Eternal flames light the candles that dot the walls of this chamber. A chill runs down your spine. A feeling of your mind floating outside your body. You've been here before, perhaps in a dream. It's clear to you all that an ancient evil is amongst your group. Find and destroy it before it's too late.
Yes, Steve, we have been here before 3 other times.
Denny, I'm in the camp of there's definitely a secret gardener, even though I've been told there's not a secret gardener, because I have the same
folks,
freaking
At
role.
this stage, I'm gonna go shit now. Bye.
I've never gotten the same role.
I have an announcement. First of all, I would like everyone to quickly pull out the script and look at the jinx. The jinx changed.
Oh.
No, that jinx has been there since day 2, or loop.
No,
2.
it changed.
Oh,
It
Wait.
changed.
yeah, the demon abilities.
And
No,
I am the auditor.
that's been there since loop
last
2.
night.
No,
But we
I
haven't
missed
had
that
an
then.
auditor.
No, Jeffy.
But we
Jeffy.
haven't had an auditor since.
We'll let
I
Eric
am
speak.
the- Guys, I am the auditor, and I learned the demon's ability last night. You are now. I got to be careful because there's not supposed to saying a certain word, and I don't know what it is. You got that right.
Paraphrase.
Just
Paraphrase.
You are the thing with horns, but you think you are a different character. Unless a specific word is said, you cannot die during the day. Each night you die, then a different player becomes the thing with horns. I'm just using a word instead of the generic term we always use.
Wait,
Minus 1 minion plus 1 outsider.
That's it?
Okay.
Can you
Wait,
repeat
how
that
does
one
it
more
explain
time
the
for me,
multiple
Eric?
deaths?
Say that again. Say that
So-
again. Say that again, Eric.
So if you have the second mic ability, you are the star of the show, but you think you are a different character. Actually, we want to say the word. So yeah, so you are the demon, but you think you are a different character. Unless a specific word is said, you cannot die during the day.
The wording doesn't
Each
explain
night
all the
you
deaths.
die, then a different
That
player
would be
becomes the
expanded
demon.
upon
Minus 1 minion
in the
plus
how to
1
run
outsider.
wiki page.
Okay, so we need to figure out what the word is, but there is literally no way for us to know what that is.
Oh,
That
there
does not
is.
explain
Be
the
able to
deaths.
kill them.
hold on.
That does not explain the extra deaths.
Quinn's got something.
Hold on.
We did not say auditor.
I've got us. Hold on. Just 1 minute. Let me cook.
Quinn is an escape room employee or worked in an escape room for a long time. This is right in his wheelhouse.
I might be.
I have a hunch.
Okay,
It might be like-
well,
Okay, raise your hand when you're ready.
A
Quinn.
bit, a cappella, a capriccio, a drag, a do.
No, we're not doing no. Our
The entire dictionary.
Oh,
There's one thing though
Okay.
that did happen last game. I did say Parasite during day 1,
Yeah.
and nobody said Parasite during day 2, and then he was not able to die.
No, Johnny
I
did say
said-
Parasite.
Okay, Johnny did say Parasite. Johnny did say Parasite.
I will not be saying. I
I just said it. Me and Juan said it.
I'm
But
keeping
there,
myself.
there are people
can
who
avoid it.
died. There are people who died who didn't say it. But granted, that was at the end of the game, so I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
But I still think we should kill Jeffy or Ash today, and then we'll find out because if one of them, if we get it wrong, and one of them is not the parasite, because I've already said it, I don't care.
Yeah, you're
um,
fine.
Then
Ash, what did you see?
Then do you know what I mean? Then we'll know we're wrong on
Yeah.
Hey,
that.
keep
but
in
I
mind,
feel like that it's
chat,
Jeffy or
both
Ash.
Twitch and YouTube.
But
You guys get to
Parasite
vote on
cannot
who
be the
gets
word
the
that
special
triggers
power at the end of this
kill.
night.
Or is it? Wait,
They're
hold
all
on. Is it
competing for
both
your
the
vote.
word
No.
that-
What the word does is it allows the demon to get executed. Without that word being said, the demon cannot get executed, and that's why we couldn't kill Denny. Even though we
Okay.
knew Denny.
No, because
Put it in
you
chat.
did say the word, Johnny. You did say the word on day 2.
I know, but I don't know.
You
if
did say
people-
the word.
Yeah, if the
Oh,
word is
great
said,
question.
then the demon can't die.
Folks, I just put it in
Oh,
chat.
the word is said, the demon can die.
No.
Yes.
Yes,
Uh,
unless a specific word is said, you cannot die during
Yeah.
the day.
Immortal
Which means the
until
word
Wow.
is
spoken.
said on
You're correct,
day.
okay.
Which
Okay,
means the word is
auditor.
on day 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if this matters, but the entire phrasing for the Jinx changed in loop 2. We just haven't had an auditor in play. It changed when we knew that the demon was the suck it Mike, and all of that's been in play except we haven't had an auditor since.
Yeah,
Eric,
but
your hand
we
raised.
know who
I'm
did.
guessing.
Hey, guys, let Eric speak. Guys, everyone, let Eric speak. He has his hand up.
We haven't said auditor.
I see he was voting for
Now we
option
have.
2, Kitty.
Do we have any idea who we should be attacking?
I
Jeffy
have.
or Ash. Jeffy or Ash. They were the two people who were alive at the end.
Yeah. We have information leaning towards one?
We haven't done any of our information, which we should do.
That's where I was.
Yeah, too late now.
Danny Boy, the floor is yours.
Just so everyone knows, I'm this game's knight. Juan or Eric. Neither of them are the demon.
Ash?
1 second, I'm writing that down. I'm the fortune teller. I don't know if I would be getting incorrect information if I was the Mike, but I chose Jeffy and Juan and got a yes.
Johnny Ace?
I am the sage. I do nothing, but I think we should kill Jeffy based on that. It's the only info we have so far.
Repetition.
Juan?
I am the Shugenja again, even though there's no gardener. I'm pointing towards Jeffy, so that will be a second evil ping on Jeffy.
We'll wait for Quinn to get back before we open nominations.
I thought Quinn said that they were the sage. What did Quinn say that they were?
I mean, it's entirely possible that we have an outsider being.
Wait,
Well,
what
actually,
were your two names again, Denny?
Juan and Eric.
Quinn is actually highly likely to
So,
be
A mutant.
an outsider.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed, but highly likely.
Yeah, because we don't have an outsider. And
Right,
we know
because
there's
one
an
of us could be
outsider.
drunk.
Yes.
Danny, you're seeing the night token?
That's correct.
But I still think we should kill Jeffy. Also, just in
I agree.
case. Parasite. Just in case I need to repeat it. I will happily nominate Jeffy.
Yeah, who all has said it so far? Is it me,
I
Jeffy,
have
and
not.
Johnny?
Me and you, Juan.
No, I
Only
did
if you-
too. I did too. It's fine.
And then Eric
Can
typed
we
it in
please
chat,
just
but I don't know if that
Fucking
matters.
kill me now. Let's
Yes.
kill
We're
me.
waiting for Quinn, then we can kill you.
Yeah, I don't want to open noms until Quinn's back.
Let's nominate Gwen. Just for the bit.
So the game that we killed Eric, or the loop that we killed Eric, who was the other person alive at the end of the game? Eric and who? I can't remember. Jeffy,
Jeffy.
you're good at notes.
Jeffy.
No,
Oh, okay.
it wasn't me and
Game 2.
Eric. Which game? Game two.
Game 2.
Yes, it was me and Eric. Sorry. Yeah.
And
Oh.
it seems like I
Yeah.
was some sort of starting Parasite, and Denny was the ending Parasite that game. So it's not the people alive.
Yeah. But then why did you die in... Oh, you died in the night as the parasite and then moved.
Correct. I
But the
didn't
question
die
is,
because
why
of the same Parasite.
Why didn't the parasite move the other times? Because no one had said...
The kill count was achieved.
I don't know.
Like we're missing the information of how the deaths happen at night.
Yes.
Somehow
Yes.
it did not happen during day one because the only death was Parasite jumping. So there were no deaths.
I will say I'm just going to move forward with nominations so we can go ahead and nominate whenever you guys are ready.
I would like to nominate Jeffy.
Johnny nominates Jeffy. Tell us why.
Because this is a decision town has made with the information that we've gotten from our past lives and our fucking whatever. My brain.
Jeffy?
Mission repetition.
Pertinent. What the fuck is going on? Thanks. Bye.
What token
Four.
did you see, Jeffy?
Monk.
As I put it in public chat, monk.
Monk. Oh, I missed
4
it. Sorry.
is the number.
Maybe we have to execute the parasite a certain amount of times. within
6
the
is
5.
obviously enough. Jeffy's now on the block.
Hold on.
Oh. Oh,
Hypothesis.
No. Oh no.
Hold on.
What
Hypothesis.
did I miss? What did I
Hold
miss?
on. We
Jeffy-
nominated Jeffy. Jeffy's on the block, and
Fine.
I wanna pose a world.
Oh no.
The one single time that we had no deaths, we were all not doing private conversations.
Thanks,
Now,
Michelle. I'm glad
why
you
do we
enjoy
have
it.
Only 7 people.
I enjoyed bag building time too.
There's always
Because
someone
not-
left out of a private
Not
conversation.
doing private conversations on 12 will be rough for all of us to talk, but with 7, it's more manageable. Perhaps if we have no private conversations, no massive deaths happening at night, and only the deaths happen to people that go into private conversations.
That
Can
was
you
just
remember?
Right, but
Oh,
it doesn't matter
never
because
mind.
there are other reasons for us to not have private conversations because we only have 1 or 2 kills.
It doesn't say
We have only
that.
1 or 2.
And there's
You
also
learn the
there's
ability.
5 legacy rules, and we were picking people that didn't have legacy rules, and so if you do 12 minus 5, you get 7, and all of us don't have legacy rules, so there was that part. So
Any other nominations?
I think we're probably good to just
Yeah.
proceed.
send
I
it.
think we're good to
All right, I'm gonna bring this day to a close in 3,
End it, but I don't know
2.
if this is ending.
We voted for this
1.
too.
Jeffy has been brought to the center of town, is executed, and dies.
I turd voted for you.
And Jeffy
Good night, everyone.
See you later.
10,000 channel points.
You know, guys, the one thing that's bothering me.
The one thing? The one.
God damn it.
The one.
All right, per the rules, Johnny Ace dies. Ash is now the parasite.
2 minutes.
Hi.
Hey, Ash, go ahead and pick 2 players.
I think the game's continuing, and that's rough. I have a very important choice and very little info that I can really go on because things will have jumped most likely. I'll choose Johnny and Quinn mostly arbitrarily.
All right, you pick Johnny and Quinn and learn that no, neither of them are. Wait. Yeah, no, neither of them are the demon.
Make sure you got it correct before you tell me.
Yes.
That is important.
I minimized it just to triple check, but yeah, no, neither of them is a demon.
Wonderful. Okay.
All
I
right.
wish it were a yes. That would be more helpful, but I know you can't change how you've already set up the
No,
ground,
I can't
so-
tell you. I can't make up information, so there you go.
Unfortunate. Well, thanks.
All right, enjoy. I'm just checking the wording of the parasite real quick. Each night you die, then a different. So when the sage dies, they're not actually the parasite anymore. So I give incorrect information to Johnny. Hey, Johnny. You're gonna learn that the demon is either Eric or Denny Boy.
Okay, thank you.
Enjoy.
Oh my god.
Maybe they can get there. They still don't know the word. Nobody's really going for the word yet, which is interesting. Yes, Jeffy?
Hi. Can I have a sub for Loop 5? Is that possible to get a sub in for Loop 5?
In theory, possibly. Neutral Steve is in here, but
Neutral Steve has been here the whole time.
I don't know if he's watching chat is the thing. I don't know if he's watching the stream.
I'm mostly giving chat and everybody grief about it. But yeah, can I get a sub for Loop 5? Is that possible? Just let me know how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna forego your MVP chance and sub out, I mean, it's possible.
It's a distinct possibility at this point.
Okay.
See you, chat.
Thanks, Jeffy.
Hello.
Yeah, still a parasite, still the same ability.
Question for you.
Sure.
Does this imply that multiple deaths in the night have to do with something other than the parasite's abilities, as it says nothing about that?
Yes and no. I will say, given that there's probably more going on than can fit on a character token. So, like, the reason that there's multiple deaths happening would probably be explained in the how to run wiki entry of the parasite, and it's definitely tied to the parasite's ability.
And okay.
I was actually trying to ping you after I sent you the info last night. I pinged you a couple times. You didn't pick up, but I was going to just tell you there's probably more going on than is written on the token, but I gave you the important bits on the token.
That sounds good. All right, thanks.
All right, enjoy.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I live
Good
for
morning,
making-
players. This morning you awaken to find Johnny Ace dead as they slumber forward, a giant hole in their chest, as a disembodied voice speaks through Johnny's body and says, "Look for the word that must be spoken during this, our penultimate confrontation."
Is penultimate final or is it one
So,
away from final?
I was the sage. I learned either Eric or Denny Boy is the parasite, is the demon. And I think I'm the only person that said it 2 times in a row, by the way.
I'm doing a really good job at fortune telling
Yeah,
people
Ash,
who die
who
the
did you
next
pick?
day. You and Quinn have got to know.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, God
I'm
damn
really
it.
good at
Okay.
fortune telling people who are about to die. I've done it twice
Like,
now.
fair.
All right,
I just...
I hard claim sage. I'm not the sage. I'm the
Julie, no
close.
one actually knows.
Okay, fair enough. We knew you
Banana!
had to be outside.
But essentially, if the parasite
Okay,
doesn't
that's another-
nominate, then everyone dies.
So we don't have any way to distinguish between
Denny or
me and
Eric, but I don't know what word we need to say. I don't know if an
That's-
alive person needs to say parasite.
Is there
parasite.
not a world
I
that
don't
Denny, who has been the continual outsider, is not the second mic right now?
I don't think that has anything to do with it, but it could be.
We were told that Denny was the
Maybe
evil
it's
drunk
Jamie.
because it was important. Because
No,
Denny
Steve clarified that he was in fact the parasite, and it was just a misrepresentation of his character in the Grim Reveal.
correct.
The
And
reason-
the Grim Reveal
Yeah.
said Denny was the outsider, and that
No,
is
it was
important.
it was important because of -1 minion +1 outsider. That's the only reason it was important.
I think it was also
That's
so
the
that
position that
he
we're
was getting
taking,
in-
and that is fine. But okay,
Like, for me, obviously, it's either Eric or Denny. Do you think it always jumps to the outsider? If it does, then it's Quinn, but that's not what I was told.
No.
I
I
have
don't-
a no on
yeah.
Quinn. So
Auditor,
feels unlikely
Auditor,
not
10.
hearing.
I was told, by the way, I did find out that there are additional aspects of the ability that you would know if you read the how to run instructions that aren't essential to its ability, but things like the multiple deaths could be attributed to some aspect. Like,
Very kind of you.
isn't that wonderful?
Steve.
Isn't that
Or
wonderful?
at least we
yeah,
know
the
that
bottom-
same parasite is not it.
The
because I am
bottom
alive.
line is all this is related to the parasite's
Is
ability.
it maybe
one.
the D word?
Things.
I think it might be the D
You have
word.
to say
What's
demon?
Demon?
I think it
We
might be
want
the
to
D
say
word.
the word.
Okay, but
Yeah.
we want to say the word.
I will
if we don't say
clarify,
the word,
chat.
we cannot
The death rattles are of
Demon.
utmost
Anyone other than
importance.
me.
Auditor.
It is essentially
demon, parasite,
something you find in an
Parasite.
escape room,
Demon.
and it's an escape room
Parasite,
puzzle.
demon.
Drunk.
Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Let's move on.
Drunk.
Can we-
drunk,
Lazy
trouble
brown
train.
fox jumps over the
Anyone in chat been writing them down?
log. I don't remember the fuck, I can't remember.
Mastermind.
Sus.
Devil's advocate. Poison.
Over the something log. Chat, help me out. What is it?
Fox jumps
And then
over the
Steve
lazy
can tell
dog.
me.
DSC, right? DSC.
Oh yeah, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Thank you.
Night librarian, Shugenja, auditor,
Remember.
village idiot, mathematician, fortune teller, monk, exorcist, sage, drunk, plague doctor, klutz, mutant, poisoner, devil's advocate, son, mastermind, and parasite.
I like it.
And Jinx. Throw in Jinx.
Oh,
Yeah.
You owe me a soda.
there's a jinx.
Soda
Yes.
pop.
Okay, so are we
Ability.
killing Denny or
I flip a coin. That's what I like to do when I have to make an important decision
I
in
feel
life.
like we gain more information by killing Denny. Than
I
we
feel like
do
we
killing
Sure.
Denny.
I mean, I will
Why?
always advocate for the death of Denny, so I'm fine with this.
Thanks, Jeffy.
I'm sorry, Juan, what were you
All
again?
right.
Shugenja pointing away from you.
Counterclockwise.
towards Jeffy? It was clearly Jeffy.
It was
I am-
you, Johnny Ace.
You should have rolled.
It was
But
you.
Juan,
No, because-
Juan, when
no.
it came out of, oh yeah, because
You die at night, and then somebody else becomes.
you die at night.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
so
you,
it was
Johnny.
me. Fine,
So
but
it was Johnny Ace.
So if they
Yeah.
keep
Then
going,
my
they realize he's not getting true info.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
your information is useless.
I don't think so.
Till the next one.
I don't
Welcome back. Noms are open if you guys are ready.
because previously when we didn't execute the parasite,
Johnny was still the parasite
They
at the
just
time he died, right?
Right.
Johnny
It's
was the
hard to tell what
parasite,
happened.
and then somebody else becomes it after Johnny
when we
dies.
killed Eric. It was we got to another day 2.
That is
And
correct.
Juan also died, and the parasite came out of Juan.
But
Okay,
it says
wait,
the
hold on.
demon dies at
That's
noon.
comparatively right, but if we've already killed them, then they can't. So we kill them, it jumps, and then it jumps again if one of us has said parasite twice in a row or whatever.
But also, Johnny, the ability that Eric wrote says each night start, you die. Then a different player becomes a demon. So when you died as the parasite that you think you are a different character. So you think you are the sage. You're not the sage. You get false information because you're not the
My
sage. Much like the
point-
parasite.
Juan's cooking.
So you're saying we killed Jeffy, it jumped to me, and then I died and it jumped again.
We
No.
killed Jeffy. That was it. Then
It was
you at
never
night.
me. It was always
But then-
you, Johnny. It was
but
always you.
Then how come when we
Whoa,
killed,
whoa,
then how
whoa,
come
whoa,
when we
whoa,
killed
whoa, whoa.
someone?
Whoa, guys, calm
In the
down. I can see
earlier
we're getting a little
loops.
bit aggro here. Some of us.
We're good.
How
Try to
my
keep.
my question is, if that is the case, why did that not happen in the earlier loops when we killed someone who wasn't the original parasite?
Like, what's the distinction between the games?
Second call for nominations.
All I'm saying is, whenever we kill someone that is not the parasite at night dies and jumps unless
but nobody else does.
unless multiple deaths trigger. We don't know those conditions yet.
Right.
Yeah.
So in that case, if that's true, then my information
They're
is
close to putting the
incorrect,
pieces
so it can
together.
Only be Juan, Quinn, or Ash.
The demon
I
still
don't-
gets good
I
information.
don't. It's hard to tell I was wondering this earlier. Hard to tell if the demon gets correct information. I'd be inclined to think not, but it just
Just because this is like a rules question, and I will explain it how I would run it. If, for instance, Johnny was the parasite who died believing they were the sage, since they are a character they don't believe they are, it works the same as like the drunk, which means you would be getting incorrect information.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
logically, it would be.
Either me, Quinn, or
So then-
Ash.
I have the information that on
It's not
night 2
Quinn.
I see that it's not Johnny and not Quinn. At that point,
On
Johnny
night
would have
2.
already been jumped. So it's.
So we're looking for a marionette type role, basically. Or
Basically.
Juan or
elite
Ash,
host,
we
or
think.
elite host, yeah.
Final call for nominations.
Unless Ash, if it's Ash, then it can't be Quinn. So can
Yeah,
someone
I
nominate?
want to make
Nominate
this
Ash.
Juan nominates Ash.
Juan nominates Ash. Tell us why.
So it's now to just me, Quinn, or Ash. I am Shugenja. Quinn is the Klutz. Ash is claiming Fortune Teller, right, Ash?
Mhm.
I think in the spirit of making this game a fun game, ELC will choose someone that gets information so we can try to solve it, I guess. So
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Ash.
I have no knowledge, so we can do whatever. I have no knowledge to
Three.
be useful here.
3 is the number.
What's your thought,
What were you
Eric?
thinking, Eric?
I'm wondering whether the description I was given was wrong and I'm not the auditor.
4 is enough.
We supposedly have an
It has to be
outsider already.
it has to be correct because
Your first
there's no reason the
information.
auditor, unless the auditor jumps, like there would be no reason for it to jump to me if we didn't kill you.
True.
No,
that's
unless Eric
true.
is the drunk.
But we have
That's true.
an outsider already.
If he's the
in Quinn.
drunk, Quinn's the klutz. That doesn't work.
And there's no reason for Quinn to lie because there's no one who knows they're evil.
Right. Yeah.
So I think
Okay.
your information has to be correct.
Okay, good.
I think that'd be cruel for Steve to do
no.
otherwise.
I think
I
it would
agree
be
with that. I think that's-
extremely cruel.
It would actually be hilarious, but yeah.
No, I think
Hilarious
it
for
would
everyone else, cruel for
legitimately-
us.
I thought about it, but I didn't. Final call.
I think we're good, Steve.
Bringing this day to a close in 3, 2, 1. Ash is brought to the center of town, is executed, and does not die. Neither one.
Wait, so
We did not say the word?
He has
confusing
so
the
many
audience.
words.
I
We
said
said
it a
so many
million
words.
Good morning, everyone. Denny Boy died in the night. Eric dies in the night. Ash dies in the night. The game is over. And of course,
The evil team has.
Evil Team has won.
Man, Evil's on a win streak tonight.
Yeah, I'm boosting my. This is how I artificially pad my evil win rate in the app. But that being said, we are going into our Final loop. I will update the script loaded.
No jinx. No jinx.
Yeah, there's something
Okay,
special.
now we know. Now we confirm the ability. Because the ability is
All
confirmed.
right.
All right, that's
Yes.
good.
That's good.
Okay.
Sticking around for one more loop?
No, I'm fine. I'm mostly just venting on asking for sub. Like I said, it was kind of a funny thing for chat. So
Yep. This is your last loop. You guys can do it. I believe in you.
Quinn or Juan, for sure.
But that has been disproven with Eric and Jeffy being
Yeah.
the two alive in night 2.
No. I don't think that we have to kill the Parasite. I think we have to kill one of the alive players at the end to make it to the following day. That is the only thing that we have ever done. Gotten us to the following day. It doesn't matter if we have to kill one of them.
Which days did we say atheist?
I don't know.
All right, real quick. Random number generator. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Ash. Which is actually pretty interesting. So we need one drunk. We'll make Quinn. I think Quinn was a drunk last time. We'll make Jeffy the drunk this time.
Jumps.
All right.
I think
Good night,
that is
everyone.
a separate. I think that could be a.
Quick
Yes, Juan?
rules clarification.
Sure.
Would you, the way you run the Parasite's ability of the word is that it is a word that is set for the entire loop, or is it a word that changes every night?
It would be a specific word that needs to be said in any loop, but it'd have to be said in the same loop to kill the day that you execute the demon. Someone has to have said the word.
Correct, but can the word change during the days in between the same loop?
No, the word is always the same.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Eric, go ahead and pick 2 players.
Who was left? Well, I'm not going to do it that one. Oh, shoot. I'm going to say, I don't remember who was left living at the end of the last game. Was it Juan and Quinn?
I can't confirm.
I know. You know what? I'm going to say Quinn and myself.
You pick Quinn and yourself, and you learn that no, neither of you are the demon.
All right, thank you.
But they might. I gave them so much information here. Hello, Johnny Ace.
Eve. I have to do my. Which way is clockwise from down here? But I know it. I'm good.
You're going to learn counterclockwise or anti-clockwise, as it may be.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Enjoy. Hey, Gwen, pick a player.
I'm going to pick myself.
All right. You learn good. Because of course you do.
Why did I choose that? I regret this.
Quinn, I will say, there is something in play here that nobody's noticed yet. And I think of all people, you are probably the most likely to pick up on it and solve it. So good luck.
Watch me look like a fucking idiot right now. It's not the fucking titties, is it? Is it the titties?
No, it is not. This. It is not the titties. Thanks, Quinn. Jeffy, pick a player.
Oh no, I don't know if I want to do this. I don't like this. You know what? We're going to stick with Old Faithful here. I would like to pick Quinn.
All right, you pick Quinn and you learn. Good.
Good?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
One less target.
I
Hey,
forgot I was
Ash.
waking up.
Yeah, you get to pick a player and learn.
Gonna do the usual thing and investigate the players that were left alive, since that seems to be the only thing to really do.
Okay.
I'll take Quinn.
You pick Quinn, and you learn evil.
Wonderful, thank you. I don't know what to do with that, but thank you.
Yeah. Giving an evil there is actually the most help I can give the evil players, right? All of them pick Quinn somehow. What are the chances? Even themselves. Okay, I'm gonna do the death rattles at the beginning of the morning.
And we still have a situation where we said the word day 1, but not day 2 on both loops.
It would have lasted.
Good morning, players. You descend into the ancient catacombs long since sealed off. Eternal flames light the candles that dot the walls of this chamber. A chill runs down your spine. A feeling of your mind floating outside your body. You've been here before. Perhaps in a dream? It's all clear to you that an ancient evil is amongst your group. Find and destroy it before it's too late. In your minds and the caverns, the echoes of the words of your fallen friends ring in your ears. 5 minutes.
Guys, stop everything. It just clicked.
Quinn.
You're the demon.
Sorry,
I'm
it just-
sorry.
Hands up, Quinn.
Guys, please. It just clicked. This is seriously important. Echoes of fallen friends. Do not say any player names this game.
What
Didn't
we
quite
need
get
to
that.
say something that we're not
You
saying.
need to say the word so we can kill the
1,
demon.
2, 3, 4.
No, I'm not doing this. Eric,
No,
I'm
have your
six.
hand up.
I'm the fortune teller. I checked
Also start thinking about
2 and 1 myself.
start
Two
thinking
of them. And gotta know.
I'm the
I
village
got-
idiot.
it is not dream.
Sorry, Johnny, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
Go
Johnny,
ahead.
please go.
I'm the Shugenja. I got counterclockwise.
Any escape room fanatics?
Go ahead, Quinn.
With that,
I'm the village idiot. I stupidly chose myself and got good. I
I'm
didn't know
Plague
what I was
Doctor.
I chose the same person as the previous village idiot and got evil.
Same person as the previous village idiot being 2. You got 2 as evil.
The previous village idiot chose themselves. I lost track of counting. I just went off that.
The person between Denny. Nah.
Well, we already said it. We already said names. It's okay.
it's okay.
In
We
that
want to
world,
say-
I am also a village idiot who picked the person who is always on the opposite team as me, and I got good.
Which he's in my fortune teller is a good.
So it sounds like it's
As
maybe
it
me or
was not
Ash,
the demon.
possibly,
As not the demon. Yeah. Juan?
if we
Juan?
believe the counterclockwise.
Juan.
I'm the exorcist. I have not used my ability yet.
You're okay.
Okay, so do we want to
exorcist.
kill the demon? Because we have gotten to the next day without killing the demon twice.
No. I would. Right. I would. Right.
It is not
I would
execute.
like
No,
to kill-
I'll give you a hint. It's a 5-letter word. I've given
Because we don't think
5 sentences as death rattles.
Correct, because every time we have killed one of the last 2 remaining people from the previous
because
loop,
of this.
we
Okay.
have made it to day 2. It does not matter if they're the demon or not. At least I don't think so. And if we think it does matter if they're the demon or not, we have to kill Juan. Even with
Sorry,
my
Math Blade,
information
not it.
would not point to Juan, but Eric's information
Shellfish.
does point to
You got it.
Does someone who said someone else's name already want to say all of the names?
I don't know if you want to
I don't know if
Eric,
that matters.
Quinn,
explain
Benny
how you
Boy,
got there.
Ash, Johnny Ace, Jeffy, Juan.
Just in case that's the
We
trigger.
want to be saying things
Parasite.
based on the demon's ability.
There's no auditor. demon.
Grand Shigenja, Auditor, Village Idiot, Mathematician, Fortune Teller, Monk, Exorcist, Sage, Drunk, Plague Doctor, Klutz, Mutant, Poisoner, Devil's Advocate, Zon, Mastermind,
Wild.
Parasite, and Atheist.
Atheist is my
Second
good
Mike.
one. That wouldn't be it.
Juan
It
nominates
is the first
Juan.
letter of every sentence.
Do you think we've set it
Juan
up
nominates.
things,
Juan, tell us more. But there's an order to it.
I don't believe there's a chance where the ability implies that we need to kill one of the people alive last game. But in the case it
Each
is,
sentence has a
me.
number, a numeric order
Let's
to
see
the
what happens.
letters. First, second,
Maybe we
middle,
leave it at 4.
penultimate,
Juan,
final.
I agree with you.
Parents
It has
with
nothing
ease.
to do with the Parasite ability.
Just seems like a surefire way to make it to the
What
next day.
abilities does it have
4
to do?
is the number.
None of that. It is just a rule that we are unaware of.
Chad decided that Jeffy gets 10,000 channel points if
4 is
Jeffy
enough.
Hell yeah, enjoy
wins
those
or
feathers.
loses. So I'm fine with how this plays out anyway.
Wow, chat's playing favorites right now. What the heck?
I'm fine
I
with
just get
it.
channel points. I don't win. I just get channel points. That's fine.
The accumulation of wealth.
Exactly. I mean, I redistribute it, so it's fine.
Juan dying is the worst because he can't extend the
Yeah.
game as the Exorcist either.
I don't have a better idea, so
I don't think any of us have a better idea.
I think we could have said as many words as we could before we did that.
We said a lot of
I haven't
words.
said a lot of words.
I will say this. Chad is very insistent. I give you guys more. I need to give you guys another hint. I'm inclined to.
Yes.
I wouldn't, but I feel like you guys maybe could benefit from one. If this was an escape room, there'd be like a sign on the wall that says, "Would you like a
Yeah,
hint?"
we would be hitting it right now. We'd
You
be
like
hitting
a
the button.
on his
Yeah.
sign that's like, you dummies.
So please.
Okay,
Okay.
We're using the hammer and breaking glass in case of
Yeah, everyone needs to put their hands up and say to the camera, "We want a hint." Otherwise, it doesn't happen. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Escape room employee.
We want a hint.
Always take a hint when offered.
Okay. I will tell you guys that the words that have been said every morning after the demon dies is the clue to solving this. It is the key to your salvation. The echoes of your dying friends are the key to solving this.
What do they say? The gasping from the
Juan,
lips.
what word? Well, what word
We only
did
speak
what
on the
are all
second
words that
day.
Juan said? We just have to ask what, like, Juan, just say some words and then we can repeat them.
Or is it the words
Tomorrow.
that
Thanks for the
Steve
gifts
said?
of selfish.
Sure.
He's gonna be our dead friend.
Platypus, 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 platypus.
We saw the
Platypus.
game.
What words has Steve said at the beginning of every morning?
I
He called it out himself. The echoes are fallen insert
Of your-
word that I've forgotten.
Oh, the-
Specifically,
your dying
every
friends
time the
are
demon
all-
dies, somebody has a voice echo through their body that's not their own voice every
Right.
time. Has anyone been writing them down?
No.
No,
Oh,
I would.
Final call
Yeah,
for,
we
for nominations.
I hope.
Oh, gee.
I was at once. I would think it was game 2 that I was.
Well, hopefully we live
or
one
3.
day and we can hear all that.
I'm not sure.
platypus, platypus, platypus.
But I don't know if we'll get enough of
Echo,
it or
currents,
each day or like each
Been there
loop.
before,
It's a
seen
new
it
Happened to Ash
clue,
once.
in the echo.
heart,
I don't think it.
heart.
Did it happen to me? I thought. I know it was the.
Game
Like
1.
I thought the one from Juan was just the echo of like, okay, today's the last day.
Does anyone like? So I know that phrase has been said about me, and I think it's been said about Ash. Does anyone else remember it being said about them? They were always people who
Yes.
died in the night.
Me and Juan, when the echo came out of us,
Right.
when we assumed we were the parasite.
Did it
Right.
reference a person?
Would you like me to
Okay.
read them again, players?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Sure, why not?
yes.
We haven't been paying attention.
Okay. I'll read them again.
I'll read them again.
That doesn't count. Here they go from the top. There's been 5 of them throughout the course of the night. I know in the moment we are caught in the middle of an ancient war.
Ancient war.
Even though my body may die first, my soul will not give up without a fight.
My body and my soul.
Each day feels like the final one, as if time itself is warped.
Time.
Xenophobia will divide us as the seconds stretch to minutes.
It's all
Xenophobia.
Xenophobia.
It's all
Look for the word that must be spoken during this, our penultimate confrontation.
Penultimate confrontation.
timing. It's
Time.
a lot of timing.
Yeah, because the last one was the
souls.
kind of okay. If xenophobia is our
Xenophobia.
downfall, Juan may have had it right, where we need to kill Evil Steve.
No.
No.
I know in the moment we are caught
No.
in the middle of an ancient war. Even though my body may die first, my soul will not give up without a fight. Each
Right.
day feels like the final one, as if time is warped. Xenophobia will divide us. That one I'm less sure about. Look for the word that must be spoken during this our penultimate war.
Would you mind putting that on chat, Gwen?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be cool because it.
Right. Penultimate war makes
Final,
sense.
last-
It's our second penultimate because it was our
Middle,
no, wait.
first, final,
Five.
second, or divide?
I would think
First,
second,
right.
middle. Middle, first, second. Although middle is not as specific.
But that would be fourth if we're talking
Middle.
sevens. I don't know. In the
Yeah.
middle
I
of
don't
an
know.
ancient. Middle of an
I
ancient
am
war.
so-
It could be night order that people wake up.
No.
I feel like that
We've
wouldn't
been
be
saying every
useful.
word every day, every rule every day.
Final call?
As in,
Do-
like,
Does anyone remember who was the
One,
Fight.
I still think we make it to day 2 doing this.
Juan, can you please say the word
Maybe.
penultimate?
Penultimate.
It just says it needs to be said during the day.
Bringing this day to a close in
Ho. Okay.
Yes,
Wait.
Juan?
All the sentences have a placement. I know
That's
in the
what I
moment we're cutting the middle,
middle.
even though my body made like first.
That's what I just
Each
said.
day feels like the
Yes.
final. Okay, if you reorder them, it becomes even though my body might die first, my soul will not give up without a fight. Xenophobia will divide us as the second stretch. I know in the moment we're cutting the middle of an ancient war. Look for the word that must be spoken to the penultimate war. Even each day feels like the final one. And if you read top to bottom, it literally reads exile. Exile! I don't know. Exile! Somebody get exile. I know been exile. I guess you will see if I call my exile. I don't know. Exile.
Interesting.
Can we
And
exile the
see what
storyteller?
I'm saying, Juan.
Yeah, can we exile Evil Steve? Can I call for the
I
exile?
would like to. I would. Yeah, Juan, do it.
Can we-
you cannot exile a storyteller. I am sorry, players.
Actually,
Wait,
that was it was pretty clever. I liked it.
Okay.
That's what's like
Yeah,
Instead
it
of
right.
killing the demon, on night 2, we try to exile the demon, or on day 2, we try to exile the demon on day 2.
So
We can try.
Evil
Wait,
Steve-
can I exile Juan?
Is war.
Can I call for the exile of Juan?
I am sorry, Juan has already been nominated today, Johnny.
But
Just
not
let this-
exiled.
Let this go through. Either Juan is the demon, and we have just won the game, since he just sealed his own fate by saying those words, because those are the words he needs to say to die.
Final call?
So Juan just dug his own grave there by being so smart.
Imagine you once again solving the game for the opposite team and losing alone.
That's
Bringing this
I mean,
day to a
it's
close.
Exile.
It's hard to tell.
I
It.
In
did myself on day 2.
3, 2, 1. Juan has been executed and dies.
Right.
Good night, players.
Now let's hope for a long night.
Oh, I didn't.
And then try and figure it out who it is.
So I didn't give them enough breadcrumbs about the nomination, like needing to nominate. And they've been so insistent on only doing one nomination. They technically have the pieces because both days the game has been extended because the Parasite nominated. I can offer them one more loop if they like it. They won't get their side quest, but they might have one more loop to solve it.
Just getting to the next state to get this information, it seems.
Right,
Good
but
morning,
we didn't-
players. Eric has died in the night. Quinn has died in the night. Johnny Ace has died in the night, and Ash has died in the night with a giant parasite bursting forth from her chest. The game is now over, and unfortunately, evil has won. Now, this is where I give you players a choice. We've clearly not solved our side quest.
No.
Would you guys like another loop? Would you like another loop?
Yes. Wait, no.
I will take another look with Jeffy. I know Jeffy does not want one for sure, and I'm not going to put her through that. I love this, by the way.
The game, I will say, I'm against another loop as well. The game was made very clear to us. We fucked up. We should pay the consequences for that.
Was it?
Do I get to benefit from being the evil one?
Ash wins!
I mean,
Sure.
I have an evil token.
All right, we're gonna call here. Why I'm explaining the rules of what was going on with the parasite chat. If you guys because the chat doesn't actually entirely know how and where the parasite's moving. The starting placement of the parasite is random every game, but where it moves, whether the game ends or not, is not. It's entirely dependent on your actions as a group. So there is an algorithm to the parasite. Chat doesn't even know what it is. I don't know if anyone in chat has the answer to exactly how the thing's going. Chat did get to the answer on the word exile, which was the word one. Congratulations. That was indeed the word that you guys had to get to. Unfortunately, you were not the demon. It was Ash, who I gave an evil on Quinn, which that was like the most hope I could give you guys with that one. I get that there's like almost no way to really be sure. So starting parasite is random. Then, and there were 2 times that you guys didn't have the game end that night with everyone dying. There's 2 things consistent between both of those days, and that was the parasite nominated.
Oh, no kidding.
So what happens is when the parasite nominates, they have if they get at least 1 vote, then that night they kill their host and jump that many spaces away. So like when there was 6 votes, when Johnny was the parasite, there were 6 votes. It jumped 6 clockwise, which landed on Ash. So you guys could, in theory, have tracked the votes and known where it was. Combined, unfortunately, this last cycle, Juan the Exorcist could have extended it another day by like exorcising the demon, but he just happened to execute the Exorcist, which was broke my heart just a little bit. So that is the thing there. I think when Juan was the parasite, Juan nominated and it jumped. I forget the number or where it jumped to, but I think it jumped to Denny because there was 3 votes on that nomination.
How could it have extended if the Exorcist was the demon? They just don't wake, but aren't you choosing that they die?
Yeah, I would have rolled it in this case that the demon just wouldn't die, because if this demon doesn't wake, you have to like sort of give something to happen, right?
Like the Apple Jinx with Exorcist.
I was thinking of doing that.
Yeah. And this last one, Jeffy was the drunk village idiot, Quinn was sober, and Ash was, of course, just the parasite. So, unfortunately, we didn't quite get there. I was really excited to see the exile thing. The way that it was actually solved, I mean, Juan said it first. The first letter of each sentence spelled the word exile, and if you put them in order based on the number in the sentence, so first, second, middle, penultimate, and final, you got the word, which was really, really happy to see. I'm gonna go run this vote with chat to see who's gonna come out with the MVP award. So you guys.
Jeffy gets channel points. That should be part of it. Jeffy gets like 10,000 channel points. That's really all I want.
We did have a prediction. Does good kill the demon? I ran this on the first time loop before anyone knew there was a time loop, and chat was very confused. Like, how can this game end? How could this thing end without the demon being executed? So like 67% of people voted yes, but 33% of them somehow believed or didn't believe in you guys executing it properly. I guess that was does good kill the demon. So those of you who voted no, the demon was never actually killed. So congratulations to all of you. We're going to go run the thing. So give me a few minutes and we'll come back with the MVP award.
Well, no, we did execute the demon. They just didn't die.
Yeah.
So if you careful with the wording there, Steve.
The phrase was "does good kill the demon," and you did not.
Kill. Okay, kill.
No, it was successfully execute the demon.
No, it says does good kill the demon is the actual wording I ran on the prediction, because I knew that it wasn't going to be just an execution thing at the time I made it, even though no one else knew at the time. All right, chat. give me some names. I know Juan is up there, so we're definitely going to do Juan. Up to 3 other names. I saw Eric was a bunch. Juan, Eric, Quinn. Juan, Eric, Quinn, Jeffy, Juan. It was technically one long game, Coldfire, which is interesting. Juan, Quinn, Jeffy, Ash. Jeffy for sticking it out. I'm going to do Juan, Eric, Quinn. And I'll run Jeffy because it was the one that was asked. So 3 minutes to get your votes in Twitch. I'm going to also run the same poll on YouTube. Start a poll. Who earns MVP? Juan, Quinn, Eric, and Jeffy are our options. No love for Denny Boy getting outsider all night, huh? I have a gut feeling of where this vote's going to go, but I don't know. So Juan is currently winning the YouTube vote. Juan is also winning the Twitch vote, 20 to like 5 other votes. It seems very much like Juan's gonna win this one. I do have a fun power in mind, and that is wait, did I come up with the power? Oh no, I haven't come up with an MVP yet, but it might have something to do with the Parasite. It's hard, right? The hope was that they would be on the track earlier and not completely flailing blindly. It's very when you're playing a game like Clocktower, it's easy to like ignore the filler, the flavor filler, and in this case, it ended up being important, which was a little unfair to the players. You know, there's no real evil team. So the evil team was like, can good get together and overcome that? And they did. Good came together. They realized they needed to work together. And it was a great sort of experience in that. I consider that part of success. Is the puzzle too hard to solve? I don't know. They got the exile word. 62% Juan on YouTube, 77% on Twitch. The poll is about to close, but I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, Quinn, great energy, great fun. Yeah, that's also a fact. There's been a lot of things that don't have mechanical weight. This is the first time it did, so it's they definitely needed the hint at the end. I think that was a fair way to do it. I will tell you, the evil side quest win is that the Parasite will be added to the evil team as a minion. Instead of a demon, it's going to be a minion. It can just be executed, but the minion will be it'll be in play, and it'll like bounce from person to person, killing players. All right, Juan wins the Twitch vote. 60. Yeah, we're gonna call it.
One thing that I thought was very true. But
all right, the MVP vote is closed with a total of 74% of the vote on Twitch and 67% of the vote on YouTube. For solving today's word, chat has chosen Juan to receive MVP for this game. Congratulations, Juan.
Absolutely.
Deserving winner. Good choice, chat.
We will come up with a flavorful reward between now and next month's Legacy Clocktower game. Remember, we do one of these a month. We're halfway through, so episode 7 will be coming out. I will say good did not complete their side quest. I looked in the beginning because I said evil has been informed of their side quest, but there was no evil players to even inform. They're not publicly evil. Evil did win by not losing in the first, not getting executed. So the reward for the evil team going forward is that Parasite will be added to the game. However, it will be added as a minion.
Okay.
It'll be reworked a little bit, right? But it will essentially kill someone at night and jump to a different player if it's in play. All right. Hope you guys had a lot of fun with Legacy tonight. Chat, I hope you guys had fun hanging out and solving and doing a little bit with this. You know, the only thing I will say that you guys succeeded in is like coming together really quick in the loops and trusting each other and outing all your information and realizing, hey, we're all on the same team. Even though there is a demon and even though one of you is, it's really you 7 versus this NPC demon out there, and you guys did come together and try. You know, I think if we had gotten maybe we debated putting the Auditor on loop 3 to give you a little bit more information, but chat mostly voted to hold one more day. They actually thought you guys were really close. I also did not let chat in on it, so they were also playing blind and they were trying to play along with you, so everyone got to kind of have a little blind fun. People coming in all night, what's the parasite, the whole thing is we're trying to solve the parasite, which I don't know, that was a little unique. I've never seen that in Clocktower before. Like, what the hell is this demon? Let's solve it. So I had fun. I don't know if anyone's still playing Clocktower tonight. I'm sure there's still people streaming, especially because it's the first time it's been up in like the whole weekend. People are going to be playing late tonight, I'm sure. In fact, if you'd like to play Clocktower, you can play right now because there is going to be games launched on our server. Mathblade is running the Awesome Pings event that takes place right at the end of our game. Go to the Discord server, that is join.thegrim.gg, and that'll let you join our Discord server and find access to the game. Once again, it's also important to talk about our stream on Friday. We are doing the Relay charity stream. I say Friday, but really it's Saturday, June 28th from midnight to 2 a.m. Eastern time. It's Friday if you're in my time zone, it starts. We have the second slot from 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. We will be playing and raising some money for the Trans Lifeline. I hope you can, if you have the ability, to donate. If you can't stay up that late, I will be putting the link up in our Discord this week so you can still donate even if you're not watching live, or you can just donate at any point during that weekend. There will be a lot of awesome communities participating, so congratulations and thanks to all of them. I'm going to go to the end screen. I'm going to find someone to raid. Thank you, players, for being here. And I hope it makes a little more sense why I wanted to have a smaller group, because I was planning on churning out this time loop thing, and if doing this with more than 7 people would have just driven me bonkers. So everyone out there, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you guys. There's a lot of Clocktower this week, but I'll be back next Monday. And next Monday night, we're playing Whale Buffet for the first time on a Monday stream, so come check out some Whale Buffet. See you guys next week. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Bye.